All right. So let's get everything situated. We definitely want to thank everybody for coming in. We are live. Are we live? Let's see. We are. We are. We are. And I'm sorry, y'all. I've got a couple little things that are popping up as we're starting to stream today. Again, Panda of Pandemonium. Like to welcome you all to Absolute Pandemonium, the newest podcast of the Panda of Pandemonium brand. Um, we're a little behind today, so I do apologize for that. There are going to be a couple of different things that pop up as we go. We got some new technology today, so I hope everyone will bear with us as we pull this together. Together. All right. So, how's everybody doing today, though? How's it going? How is the Saturday treating you? Are you guys revving up for the evening? Let us know. Hit the chat, hit the comments. Let us know where you are, what you're doing, how things have been, and how things are going to go for the rest of your evening. Will you be, how do they say, enjoying the adult beverage? Will you be doing that? Will we be going out and hitting the dance floor? Will we be sitting back watching some anime? Are you binging something? What's on the binge? All right, we got where we at? Where we at? There we go. Infamous back in the stream. Y'all knew him as Jay. He is infamous. The letter N, famous. Working as always, making that money, that shmoney.
Gotta make that
But
money.
yeah, we're getting everything situated. I told everybody we got new tech today, so they got to bear with us a little bit as we go through everything.
I'm cool with that.
New tech, gotta love it. Oh yeah. So he's like I said, he really is at work right now with us. So we got lucky to get him today. Uh Vocab is a little bit behind. He will be with us as we go through the day, as will Rod. Ah, there we go. There we go. Vocab.
Yes,
Bow.
sir.
In the building.
Yes, sir.
There we go. So
Yeah.
slowly we getting it together. We're gonna make this happen, Captain. Oh
Yeah.
man. It's been a good day today though. I don't know about y'all.
It's been a good day. It's been a
Yeah.
good day.
Uh,
We on the
cannot
Guinness
argue.
tonight.
You know what?
We on the Guinness tonight.
Ooh, okay, okay, okay. Definitely one of those.
Yeah. Oh, they don't fucked up. Your boy done got a fresh cut, boy.
Oh Lord. Now you know
Oh,
what they say. You know what they
mhm.
say. Once you get a fresh cut, you can't tell nobody nothing.
Can't tell nobody. She can't tell me not a damn thing.
Can't tell the man nothing.
You heard?
But it's all good. That's how it's supposed to be. That is how it's supposed to be.
Oh, where Jay went.
He's been bouncing in and out. I think he got some signal stuff, but
Okay, true.
yeah. So no worries, no worries. Still waiting on Rod here. Just want to make
Yeah.
sure he's good.
Let me pull up the
There he is.
on Facebook.
Wow.
Oh, there we go. Okay,
There
now
you
it's
go.
working. I'm not
Got
sure
you,
if the
got you.
camera's working, but I'll just do audio.
No,
I'm
it's
trying to.
okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, right now camera's not showing up, but if you end up getting it, cool. We'll make it work.
Yeah,
We
Wi-Fi.
will make it
Wi-Fi's.
work.
What can you do with Wi-Fi?
Hey, I understand.
Are we live on YouTube yet?
We should be everybody, yeah, everywhere. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and I believe if Twitter allows streams, Twitter.
There we go. There we go. Yeah.
And I believe
Yes, sir.
Yep. So as of right now, we are golden. I'm gonna reset this here real quick. There we go. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, Rod, you didn't get to see the intro last time, did you?
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, Infamous is back. He has returned. He is here. Let's see if I can get the right. Not I have the power. I'm done.
Well, he got the power, you know what I mean? Coming straight from you.
Hey.
Oh,
Now, so there's two ways when you say that I think.
You got the power.
You see, okay, now it's three. I got the power. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, there we go.
Man. All right. Well, let's go ahead and see if we can get this cracking.
All right.
Let's get it together.
Let's get it. See if I can get this one to play out for us.
let's get it started.
All right. So looks like we actually got the intro to work for us. I was surprised and shocked.
Good stuff.
This restream has been it's interesting using this little program. So let's get into the day. First off, let's just do a quick sound off. How's the day going? How's everybody at?
I'm out here in Orlando right now.
All right. And I'm in the St. Louis. Day's been pretty good. Where Rod at? We got you there, buddy? There we go.
Right there.
Okay, now I got it.
Now we hear you. Where
Yeah,
you
don't mind
hailing
me.
in from? Let the people know.
Well, I guess they call it the Midwest, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Mm,
Ain't no Orlando, Florida, but it's home.
I can respect that.
Right now.
Oh yeah, you are because you're heading up to Chicago.
Yeah, like I'm 200 miles from St. Louis right now.
Okay. So we got a bunch of stuff that happened last stream. And some extra conversations that had to be cleared up. So we're gonna start it off with two things I want to talk about. One is rest in peace, rest in heaven, Colin Powell, who just passed this week. I heard it was due to complications with COVID and cancer, my understanding. So he did a lot.
He had a sickness. He had cancer, blood cancer.
Okay.
And that was just exacerbated by it.
Gotcha. So yeah. So rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Well wishes to his family and those all real close to him. Definitely. So I wanted to definitely get that one out the way. Two other passings that happened this week that kind of hit our community close as well. Christopher Owen Ayers passed. The voice of Frieza.
Yeah.
The voice of Frieza. So that's another one that It's gonna hit. And also Toshiro Iijima, he also passed. He was the director for Ultraman since like 86,
Yeah.
I want to say.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah,
doing most of
on that
them.
one today. Let's find out.
Yeah. So we lost a couple of legends
Most
this past
definitely.
week. So condolences to the
Yeah.
families, and all those that are close. But so I want to start it off getting that taken care of first.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Just to
Yeah.
clarify,
Um,
people don't understand, this is second Frieza now. It's two Frieza. There's two people that voice Frieza. This is the guy who did the more recent Frieza. The original Frieza
Correct.
was
This is the most recent, like the Golden Frieza,
Yeah,
Resurrection Death.
he's the second Frieza. The first voice was
Second
Linda
Frieza.
Young.
Yeah.
Linda Young.
Correct. Exactly. So yeah, definitely appreciate that. Yeah, that clarification on that. So let's get into something that's kind of funny, wacky, kooky. I threw in the chat during the week. Our little group chat, cocaine hippos, or something that we're gonna talk about.
Cocaine hippo.
What is a cocaine
What was that
hippo?
about? I saw that. I
What
wasn't
is
really.
a cocaine hippo, bro? What is a
Okay.
cocaine hippo?
So
I'm already
cocaine
afraid of hippos.
hippos. You said you already hated hippos.
I'm afraid of
They
them.
murder horses.
They are.
You should be.
Like Air Force ministry.
It puts another term to hungry hippo. I'll tell you that much.
Right.
Most definitely.
Right. So what happened was, y'all remember the whole Pablo Escobar thing and his little zoo?
Yeah,
Well, when they busted him, all the animals in his zoo got set free into the wildlife in South America.
Right.
He had like 4 or 5 hippos in that zoo, and now there's almost 100 that are reformatting the landscape down there. So yeah, they're talking about, the reason I brought it up. They're talking about they're shooting them to stop, basically to curb the genetics so they can't breed.
Oh, okay.
So they're trying to dart them and get all this, get the chemicals in there for them. But that's what they call them, the cocaine hippos. Is that reason? Is from Escobar. But the reason I was bringing it up. Go
I
ahead.
thought you was gonna say that Escobar was hiding cocaine in the hippo.
In the hippos.
Yeah,
I thought the same thing.
right. I'm like, shit. That's smart.
Hey, that's a way to get it across. Ain't nobody gonna stop it.
It's kind of smart right there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We got hippos.
The part I want to bring up though is,
What?
see, it's at that moment we knew we messed up.
Yep.
But these hippos are basically they're not doing any real damage to the ecosystem.
Right.
From what the scientists are saying, they're actually replacing a creature that was there at some point in time. Like there was a large herbivore similar to a hippo. A couple of them that they said we're talking about like ancient times, right? Like long extinct. But they're saying there were some creatures that fit that niche because now they're seeing genus of plants and algae grow that have not been there in centuries. So the question that I want to bring up is,
Is
humans
in the hippo poop? Is that what you asking?
I mean, it's not the hippo. I don't think it's it could be the poop. I don't know. But like, think about it. Large animals are movers of dander and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that across large areas. So as far as us as humans, why do you think we keep killing off all these large animals that are necessary for these ecosystems to thrive?
Because we're human. That is legitly the answer. Humans like to take over shit, bruh.
Yep. Okay. Well, more like white humans are the ones who want to take everything over. Black people, we just leave stuff alone.
That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, black man see a hippo, he like, yo, time to go.
Yep.
White man see a hippo like, oh, let's pet it. Yeah, all right.
So we don't do that Steve Irwin.
Nah.
Nah.
Rest in
I
peace.
love
What happened to him?
I love him. Rest in peace. But
Yeah, rest in peace to my God, but ain't no crocodile hunters over here in this community.
Nah.
He showed us what not to miss.
Nah. Yeah,
Wow.
and none of us gonna be the first one to die from a stingray. Tell you that much.
That's big facts. That is big facts.
this is true. I don't see that. I don't see that being one of us at all.
Yeah. Half
At
of
all.
us don't even like going in the water to begin with.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm from the Caribbean, so I love the water, but trying to get my mom in that motherfucker, it ain't happening.
Say that's not going. Nah, that's not gonna work, fam.
It's facts.
Okay. Well, as I said, I just wanted to throw that out there. Like I said, it's something we can kind of delve into at another time, because that's one of those topics that can get deep real quick.
Now, yeah, because it's the whole trying to continue to be the top of the food chain shit. So some people they just hunt for sport. Legitimately just to be like.
So
hey,
I guess my question is then,
animals.
if you're talking about top of the food chain, the animals that are at the top of the food chain, they know they don't have to hunt for sport.
Exactly.
True. Exactly.
So if that's the case,
humans,
why do we keep trying to impress ourselves? Like, it's like we know we're weak, we know we're frail, and technically we would be at the bottom of the food chain.
Okay. Would be.
But we continue to try to impress that, we're bigger and better. And in doing so, killing the communities that help us.
Right.
Exactly.
So
it's a sad thing, man. It's a sad thing.
It really is. It really is. Kind of like that whole ocean. They said there's an island worth of trash in the ocean floating around. You can see it from space. And that was back when we were in high school.
It's probably more than that now.
Right. Like, what if there's a whole ecology of animal life?
I'm sure there is. There's probably birds and
right
all sorts of shit living on that shit. Bro.
On that island now.
Right. So
that doesn't surprise me.
Exactly.
Right. Craziness. All right, so switching off of that real quick. Mob Psycho. You all familiar?
Yes, sir.
A little bit, yeah.
So
I'm about to
I just
rewatch.
found they got a third season coming out.
Yes.
Yeah. They're slated for a third season finally, which I think that will be incredible.
Yeah, I heard about it and I was like, it's time to rewatch.
Oh, of course.
Let's get caught back, you know what I mean?
Rewind, get the whole, like that whole, I think the whole first fight in season 1 with the Helix dude.
Boy.
Like.
Boy.
No spoilers.
When I say he folded, old boy, he folded, old dude.
Wrestling shit, okay?
Stop spoiling. I haven't
and that's nice,
it.
Right? That's politely saying it.
Exactly. Man said,
you don't hear me?
He's out of it.
Yeah. I hear some. Who said?
You kind of faint, but we could hear you.
You're faint, but your I think it's the echo.
Yeah.
How about now?
That's part of what it is when you on the road while you know.
Is that better?
Yeah, probably gonna run into a dead spot or two.
Yeah. I mean, shout out
again. What I was saying was stop spoiling. I haven't started it yet.
Oh, definitely. Shout out.
What'd you say?
Working.
I'm pretty sure y'all can't. I said stop spoiling. I haven't watched it yet.
Jay, what'd you say?
Stop spoiling it. I haven't watched the anime yet.
Oh,
yeah. You haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it yet. Yeah.
That was literally just the first episode. You're good. We didn't go deep into it for you.
Exactly.
Don't worry. I don't care about spoilers. I'm someone who don't care about spoilers because I forget anyway. So
I'm the same way.
By the time I get around to it,
it's certain shows I just don't want to. It's just certain ones.
Yeah.
Like the big ones that everybody's talking about, it's hard not to get spoiled. But the ones that don't get a lot of talk, that's the ones I don't want to get spoiled.
I mean, but low key, Mob Psycho is one of them ones.
Mob is one that people sleep on.
But it's from the older generation.
Very much so.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because we got spoiled by Dragon Ball and Naruto. That's probably another topic for another day.
And it's from, and that's Mob Psycho's from that generation, like towards the generation. Like,
yep.
A lot of people, bro. It's so. I was saying to somebody, as a matter of fact, I think I was talking to you, Panda, in my bio. I was like, I done forgot more anime than most people don't watch.
Than ever watch. Yep.
And it's like, sometimes I feel bad because somebody be like, oh yeah, I'll be like, yeah, I seen that, but I can't even talk about it really because I forgot.
It's been so long.
Happened in this shit. Yeah.
When you guys get a chance, I my anime list, I believe.com. I'll shoot y'all the link later. But it's if y'all haven't looked at it, it's just a compilation of people's reviews on different anime and stuff like that. Yeah, I started my list on there just to have a track some of the stuff that I've seen. So if y'all get a chance, hop on there, get an account and everything, and just like start tracking those, and we can kind of see where we all are. And then we got to do a watch party. One of these evenings, we have to do like a watch party of anime just alive.
Oh yeah.
So, that'd be dope. That'll be dope.
Help, yeah. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna try to like remember everything I say. At least try. I'm gonna try.
Right. That's what I said. Just as you go through it, because they got a whole. When I say it's like, okay, I'm gonna throw it back. They got a Kiss anime list.
Yo,
wow. That's a name I ain't heard in a minute.
Is how I watch Hajime no Ippo, and
probably
the best boxing fucking anime to ever be released, bro.
It is. And actually, that's a perfect segue because one of our topics from last week that we had to bring up is this one. And we said we was going to talk about this in a whole series. So that's what we going to do today.
Sports
anime. Sports anime.
That was a perfect segue. Okay.
That was a good one.
Sports anime. The epicness that sits within some of these pictures that are on here.
First of all,
boy. Some of these I do gotta catch up on. I gotta admit, I know some of these, but
first of all, Ace of Diamond, I can't wait for the third season to come through.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If we go, I'm just gonna
talking to somebody about Hinomaru Sumo, bro.
What'd you say?
That was me.
Yeah, we was just talking about that. Yep.
Yeah.
He's talking about
I know you were just talking to somebody about Hinomaru Sumo.
Yep.
Bro, I seen all these joints, bro, and I fucking love all of them. Out of these that's on the screen, though, I probably gotta say my number one gotta be Eye Shield.
Okay.
Just because
I've heard good things about Eye Shield. I've heard good things.
It's so fire, but like, so first off, as we talked about in the last episode, I said, in high school I was a 4-sport jock. I played basketball, football, I ran track, and I played soccer. But Eye Shield literally represents my football journey, bro. Like, I was a running back. I stood 5'1". I wore the number 21, and I was fast as shit. That's literally the only reason I was.
That's crazy.
I was fast as hell. I ran a fucking like 4.34.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's fast.
Yeah.
That's fast.
Then we talking about my
power range.
Do not try to get me to. Don't ask for that shit now, bro. We talking like 16, 15. You know what I mean? Niggas is about 35. We talking 20 years ago. But like I was fast. So Eye Shield kind of it hits home. But if we talking about just pure watching, there's something, I don't know why, it's something about Ace of Diamond that I just can't get enough of, bro.
It's the emphasis on growth.
I believe that.
I think it's the emphasis on growth.
Right.
Like
we saw my man he was trash, bro.
Garbo. That pitch was like, It was a missile that fired off the right direction once every blue moon.
Right. And now look at him at the end of fucking season 2, which is 170 episodes.
Yeah. Mind you, most of these are at least 12 to 14 episodes at a minimum. They're good short seasons, but when I say they are packed with, I think I've had a tear in every last one of these shows.
Oh, most definitely.
Except for the bottom 2, Basquatch, which is the very center bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And Try Nights. Those are the only 2 that I did not shed a tear.
So Try Nights, I ain't shed a tear for Try Nights, but I enjoyed it a lot.
Oh, definitely.
I was, it was one of those that like you was mad when it finished.
Mm-hmm.
You was like, damn. Yeah.
Try Nights is rugby.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Try Nights is about rugby.
Yeah.
Never again. Never again.
Never again what?
That man tried to play.
You said the R word, man.
Rugby's scary.
Come on, let's scrum up. Come on, let's do this.
Rugby is scary, bro.
Rugby is.
When I say
okay, I'm not a.
When
go ahead.
So my roommate.
You gotta be built a certain way to play that sport.
Listen, okay.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. This is logic. He was like, bro, if you play football, because I play football.
Right.
If you play football, you would like rugby. I went to their practice just to play around. And the very first way, like, I wasn't the fastest, but I was fast enough to get away. I don't like to get hit. That's where my speed from. I got hit. And when I say I thought JBL from WWE clothesline fuck out of me, like, I'm ready to fight, bro. I was about to fight. And so when I tried to hit dude back, he hit me with the strongest stiff arm I've ever felt in my life. And I was like, nah, bro, I gotta go. I had to leave. 2 plays, I had to go.
That's literally what I said. Bro, rugby is if you added wrestling to fucking football, bro.
It is the most amazing sport in the world.
That shit
in the world
with no pads, bro.
The most amazing. Like
it's great to watch. It's great.
I've always gotten grief for what I'm about to say, but as a wrestler, I really don't care because that was my sport in high school was wrestling and tennis. Actually, tennis and wrestling.
Hey,
but
I'll fuck with him.
Hey, but I cannot stand football. I've never liked football.
What?
I've never liked football.
Oh, man,
I honestly can say, like, I know teams just from like general knowledge. I couldn't. Yep, nope. Don't ask me nothing about it. I barely know how to plays are run. I don't like 2K, not like or whatever it is.
Madden,
yeah.
Blasphemy.
You are hurting my heart.
I was about to say,
hold on. Ask me to play rugby. I'm all in.
Nah, we talking about NFL football. I didn't like it for the longest for the dumbest reason as a kid. I used to like watching King of the Hill, and every time I wanted to watch King of the Hill, either the Jets or the Giants were playing, and I was like, get this shit off my screen. I want to watch King of the Hill.
Yo, watch how you talk about the Giants.
No, I'm just saying I didn't like football because of that. Because I want to watch my TV show, and it got preempted. So it took me a long time to warm up to football.
All right, so one thing though that I've noticed, and to any of our viewers who like sports anime, they're gonna get us for this too. I noticed on the screen we do not have Haikyuu up there.
We don't.
Haikyuu is one of them.
Oh, definitely. There is a.
You don't like volleyball? Watch Haikyuu, and I bet you love that shit.
Oh yeah. Haikyuu is another one of those goats. Like, I have a list of quotes from anime that are life lesson quotes, and I've got at least 7 or 8 from Haikyuu.
All day, bro. All day.
Like, it is amazing. When I do Motivation on Mondays, the podcast I do for that one is just like 5 tips for this, 10 tips for this. I'll eventually be doing something from Haikyuu as well. Like I said, the last one was from World Trigger. This Monday's is gonna be actually from Fruits Basket. So
I could
that
never
one,
get in the Fruits Basket, bro.
you
I just couldn't.
we'll break that down later. I'll break that down later. Like I had to eventually look at it just for the culture because it is one of those.
I've heard that it's one of those, but
It's one of those, but it actually ain't bad. The premise ain't bad.
I've heard.
You know.
Word.
Now, could they have done it differently and made it more edgy? Oh, most definitely. Because, okay, so we'll come back to the sports thing here in a second.
Yeah.
The premise of Fruits Basket is there is a family who is linked, their souls are linked to the Zodiac, the Chinese Zodiac. So when they're touched by the opposite gender outside of their family, hugged by them, then they turn into that animal.
I heard.
Dragon,
I heard.
bear, dog, whatever.
Yeah.
Right. That could easily be an epic fighting show.
But that's
all
not
day.
the direction it took.
Yeah.
All day.
Oh yeah.
That's not the direction it took.
But that's not what it took. It went slice of life.
It did. It went slice of life.
And it was straight slice of life.
Threw me off. Like, oh, because when I heard the premise, I was like, oh, what? Okay, yeah. we talk dragons, tigers,
right?
And I was like, oh, what is this? Like, this is not what I was expecting.
Yeah. So, but they got some good life lessons in there. It is a slice of life. They got some good life lessons in there, and it's not as bad. It's not as bad as you would think.
Yeah, I'm not big on slice of life anime, so that might be why.
That's probably why. I don't think a lot of guys are. I'm not gonna lie.
I come across the two, and I'm like, yo, this is hard.
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I think my girl was one who was like, she really liked it. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and look at it.
Right.
Actually, about 2 episodes in, I got hooked and started just watching it myself. So it's not bad. It's not bad.
I made it to like episode 4.
Okay.
And I think that's when I was like, I can't do it.
And I think that's a good thing. And that's another conversation for another day too, is how far into an anime should you go before you stop? You know what I mean?
Listen,
like how far it's giving you the chance.
That was back in the day. Because now I'm on some stupid shit where like if I start it, I gotta finish it.
See.
And I be struggling with some. I'll be like, oh, man, why you did this to yourself? But if I started it, I'm like, yeah, I'm
gonna finish it.
If I get past episode 1, I give myself episode 1 because you gotta at least watch one episode to really decide if you can watch an anime or not.
Yeah.
If I watch episode 2, I have to finish.
Got you.
Which leads me to my blasphemy. I could not
agree
into AOT.
I don't agree.
Oh.
I don't agree. I feel like you need more than one episode for an anime.
No, you do. I'm saying though, for me,
the fact that matters,
if I go past the first episode, then I can't. I gotta keep watching.
I was about to say, I know it one anime I could never get to it. Like it was like 2 episodes I couldn't get into it, and then that 3rd or 4th episode stuff started making sense. Like okay, let me go and finish this out.
AOT, but that first season just started off so slow. They like, I was like, I can't do it. And I've heard about the second half of the first season, the second season, third season. The fights is crazy. And I'm like, if I'm gonna watch it, I gotta watch it from the jump. So I just let it go. I let it go because I can't get through that first half of the first season. Bro. It's so slow.
All right, now I'm back. Sorry, I'm back, guys. You had to go grab some food.
I understand. You good?
Okay.
All right, let's switch to ears because that's a whole other conversation. That's a whole other topic in itself.
Almost there.
So let's come back to the sports.
Yes.
Tell Jay, because was Jay who's the one who came up with this topic last week?
I think so.
About sports?
it was Voqah.
Vocab.
Voqah.
Okay. What is your? I mean, y'all almost the same person.
Right.
So-
You know what I'm saying?
What is your favorite thing about sports anime?
Sports.
Other than just fact that it's sports.
But nah, so
That
I know
makes
what you're
sense.
getting at. I know what
That
you're
makes
getting at.
sense.
Can't argue.
I love
That's a legit argument.
love-
That's a legit argument.
I love how so for me, I feel like sports anime is like a dream come true to sports fans because sports anime basically gives you the sports that you love to play or watch and then like takes it to the extreme level. Like you ain't never gonna see the type of shit in real life that you see in sports animes. Ain't nobody fucking karate chopping a volleyball into the most accurate acute angle. Like that shit ain't happening. You know, niggas is not
Respect.
pulling up from the whole court dropping threes like
Midoriya was dropping them from.
Kuroko like that, and
Yeah.
this nigga shoots threes like that as a regular three, bro. Like my nigga's like, okay, inbound the ball. There you go. Niggas is
Yeah.
not doing this shit, bro.
He didn't take a step. He just said, "Hand me the ball."
Exactly, and it's
Yeah.
like so you get to see, you know what I mean? I think at the end
I think
of
that's where Curry is from.
my guy fucking was running at the speed of fucking light, bruh. Who does that?
That's a good point.
Like, I mean, no, I don't think like, I mean, it was sound, speed of sound, which is slower than speed of light, but like still, like, I think it was like a 3:8 or some shit. Like, what? You're doing what? You ran a what? So you get to see, first of all, you get to take sports from like real life and then mix it with anime that you love and then watch what happens when they make a baby together. And it's such a beautiful baby. Almost 9 out of 10 times, the baby is fucking gorgeous. There is that one time that you know the baby is an ugly baby.
The ugly baby.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Not all sports animes are fire, but you know, for the most part though, they be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just
okay.
Let's take a sport and then erase physics. That's basically what sports anime is.
I can respect that. I can respect that. That is what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is factual. That is very factual.
That is facts.
Right, like,
that is true. That is true.
Yeah. Rod, what about you? Have you seen any sports anime? What do you favorite thing about them?
Okay, my favorite thing is to piggyback on what y'all was saying about suspend the disbelief of physics and everything.
Yeah.
But another aspect is you actually, and this is something you see a lot in sports too, is you see the team come together, or you see the team grow together as individuals.
Yeah.
Like Haikyuu's a good example. Another one is, we haven't mentioned this one. I'm kind of surprised at Prince of Tennis. That was one of the first sports animes a lot of people got on.
I was gonna say, I recently came across.
I was really thinking about that.
Never knew about it. I just came across.
That's like the OG.
It was
sports
on
anime.
It was on
He's one of the OGs.
It's like the One Piece of sports anime. It's like the One Piece of sports.
Right, so I'm like, I just came across it. Sadly, it starts off at like episode 50. So I won't ever get to see 1 through 50 through Funimation, but it takes it from episode 50 all the way to where it's at now, which is like 7 seasons and some shit.
Yeah, then they had an epilogue. They had a second series too. I'm not sure how long it went.
Yeah.
Nah, it's more than one series. Season. So this shit is crazy.
Yeah, it was good. One of my homegirls in college, she was a big Prince of Tennis fan. She was like, you need to start reading that Dragon Ball and Naruto shit and just read Prince of Tennis. So I was just like, I tried it, but then I ended up finding Death Note and Fullmetal Alchemist. So
yep, that'll change. Yep, that'll switch gears real quick.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Death Note will switch your gear real quick.
That's God tier.
Yep.
I don't care what nobody say. If you ain't got Full Metal as God tier, you not an anime guy.
A lot there.
You know
That's
what?
a legit argument. That's a legit argument.
I can't argue.
Full Metal, bro.
If you,
They
I
hit
can't
everything,
argue.
bro. You got story, you got fight.
Like I said, it's story, the fights, yeah.
Political intrigue.
It's the blueprint
Right.
of anime.
Right.
You can't.
Political intrigue.
It's a good blueprint.
It's one
Say
of
that
those
again,
that
Nfamous.
like it hit. It got something for
Oh, yeah.
everybody.
Oh yeah.
It got the perfect comedy, and then it also pulls on your feelings a little bit. This is,
They do.
I mean, if you watch Full Metal and didn't cry at least once, it's something wrong with you.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah,
Right?
You ain't
I
shedding out
cried.
one tear, bro. Come on, bro.
I did. I definitely did.
Nigga turned his daughter into a dog, bro. And they're still
Yo, I'm still mad about that. I'm still mad about that. That's been 15 years.
still relevant, bro. Look how
No.
long ago
No. He
And
did
that
not
is
turn his
irrelevant.
daughter to a dog. He fused his daughter and his dog.
He fused them together.
Same shit.
Not
Just like
only
he
he
fused
fused
his
his daughter and
wife
dog, he did the same
and the
thing to his
dog
wife.
together.
Yeah, people forget about the wife. People forget about the wife.
Who forget about the wife? Legit.
Yeah, like he did that to get his licensure, and then said, "Okay, I'm gonna do it again to my daughter." You couldn't find a random animal out in the wild, like
Or at least like a prisoner or somebody, a
Come
bum.
on, man. Come
Look.
on, bro.
yeah.
It's sad.
He is the
All right, we're not,
definition of
like-
by any means.
Yeah, that's another.
Right,
That's a
that's
whole nother thing, fam. We're not going
We
into
could
that.
literally spend an episode on just Full Metal.
Yeah, or like the moral greatness of certain
Yeah, we
characters.
could be up 4
Right.
hours
Yeah,
again
moral
and
greatness
going like
of
this.
characters, right?
Come on. Let's get
All right, Infamous. Favorite thing about sports anime? What you got?
Yo. So it's hard for me to say my favorite thing because only 2 of them on that list that I watched.
Oh
Megalobot,
no, just all sports anime. What's your
Mm.
favorite thing?
Power Zero, out of all ones, other than the sports itself, we got one. I forgot one. Basically, piggyback on what he said, it's the whole fact that we getting what we want with no reality in it.
Okay.
Like the reality just disappears in the whole concept. And which is kind of fun, but to the point where just recently I've been watching videos and the dude had side by side the volleyball anime, I can't pronounce it, don't try. And he had dudes in real life mimicking
I saw
the
that.
fucking scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious. Like that was perfect.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that, it give people ideas.
Thanks.
True. I think
What do you think about
mine
Ippo?
personally, of course, there's the rest of that.
Nah, I said
Everything that you
Ippo.
all have spoke. Huh?
Jay said we forgot about Eppo, but that's how.
Oh, he
that's how
mentioned
we
it. Yeah, he mentioned it
segue into
earlier.
this.
Oh, don't worry. We're
Eppo.
gonna break that down later. Trust me. We're gonna get into them. We're gonna
Right.
get into them.
But
Oh, yeah.
But I got another thing about sports anime. I was just thinking about this just now, thinking about different sports animes. Would you consider stuff like maybe, because we're thinking about the whole sports aspect, something I always thought was a sports anime, in my honest opinion, was Beyblade. It felt like a sports series to me. They had different seasons.
Because it was like a tournament type of.
I could do that.
It
Yeah.
technically is.
Yeah, I would consider. I was wondering if y'all would consider that like a sports anime.
Yeah. You got your team. You got them coming together. You got them competing for a certain goal. I mean, you could almost pick. There are certain ones like was it Aesthetic Hero? The Aesthetic of Rogue Hero? Something like that. Where like they were doing the mech tournaments.
Right.
Metabots could be a sports one.
Yeah, I can see that too. Yeah.
Metabots slept on. Side note. Yes.
I can see that.
You know, it could be
What about Yu-Gi-Oh?
But yeah.
I mean, well, if
I was just about to bring that up. I was just about to bring that. Maybe the first season. Maybe the first season. Maybe the first 2 seasons. Maybe.
I wouldn't say that. Because you got to think, sports in and of itself is a physical thing.
True.
Right.
True. You know Beyblade, they added the physicality. You know, like the Beyblades were linked to the players.
Right.
Running around, you know, like so it was physical in some kind of way. You know?
I know. I mentioned this anime last week, but Akaro no Go, kind of like a sports anime, kinda, but it's a board game. It's not a sport,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah.
It has
And
sports
Hikari, that's
aspects.
a good one. That's an old good one.
yeah. But then something else with now I'm thinking about one of the things that we all do like about sports. Just thought of this right now: the human drama element of it. We didn't even mention that.
That's facts.
Of course.
That's facts. That drama be real, bro.
I mean, but think about it. I think the one thing about sports anime that draws those who have played a sport is we remember the drama on the team.
Like legit.
like
Real,
that was not faked. Like we remember
Right.
going through those situations.
That's another reason why I love sports anime, because even taking like the physics out and just doing stuff that we can't do in real life, they still include real life sports things. Like they follow the rules. Like they not bending the rules of the sport or whatever. Like they follow the rules of the sport. They're bringing in the aspect of the team society like that. You build a family with your team, bro. Whether you like them or not, it becomes like, because you with them damn near every day. You gotta practice, especially with football when you're doing 2-a-days and stuff like that. When you wake up in the morning, bro, they're the first people that you're seeing, minus who lives in your house. Because before school, you got practice with them, and then when school is done, you got
practice with them. Yep.
Like it's you spending a lot of time, bro. You build relationships. It becomes a family, bro. And like you got to depend. Then you got when you talk about sports like football and soccer and basketball, like team sports, bro. Without them, it don't matter how good you really are, bro. You could drop 50 points and lose a game, bro. We've seen it happen.
Yep.
So
Bradley Beal.
Sports anime, and almost every sports anime had that slice of life kind of thing to it, bro.
I mean that, and the thing is that they are slice of lives with just an added touch.
That's what I'm saying.
Of something else. Yeah. So, okay, what I was gonna say, I'll go and throw mine in real quick, and then we'll go to the next piece of this with the sports anime. Of course, everything everybody said, I definitely like that. The other piece of it for me, though, is it's seeing those individual moments of growth. Like as an empath and as a life coach, I enjoy, and as an educator, I enjoy watching people have those aha moments. Nothing brings me more joy. You know what I mean? And seeing them, this is what I was supposed to be doing. Dude, I should have been doing this. This is where I would Yawamusha Pedal, Anoda. I love that man. He's the main character. If I'm gonna pull this back up here real quick for y'all. He is in the top center, the guy with the glasses in the very front. He's the main character of Yawamusha Pedal. It's a bicycle club. And this man used to bike from Akihabara to his school every day on a mommy scooter with a basket carriage on it. We're talking about, what was it? A couple cities away, almost from where he was.
Yeah, I think it's like two cities.
2 cities away.
Yeah,
and he would bike it, just pedal bike it.
Like,
and these dudes were like, "What do you? Yeah, you need to race, bruh."
Like you doing this on a regular basis.
And guess what he was doing it for? To hit the anime store. Come on now.
Like,
just to get his comic books, just to get his figures, just
He's
to
like,
get his anime.
I need to go here. Let me jump on the bike real quick.
Right. So, and the fact that he was able to pull every one of those hardcore jocks when the tank started singing the princess song as they were biking up the hill in the middle of the final high school tournament. And he was like, dude, why do I feel like I have more power now than it was more so, it was just rhythm. It was a cadence. That's all it was. It was a cadence. But the fact that they kept singing it and that was passing people by, Everybody's like, "What are they singing? What is this sound coming from behind us?"
That shit works though, bro.
I'm telling you.
As an athlete like that, when you get a rhythm in your head and you start following the rhythm, that's why they even say, be careful of the music you listen to when you drive because it can cause you to speed, literally just based off the rhythm and shit. So
definitely.
So like that thing is musicality really plays a part in sports, bro.
Yep. Yeah. And in anything you do, like, and this is kind of a quick aside, and this is more on a mental health tip. And I'm sure you all can agree with this.
Right.
What comes in will come out one way or another.
Oh, that's facts.
So what you listen to, exactly what you do, that what comes into you, what goes into your soul, what goes into your heart, what goes into your mind, your ears, will eventually come out in action at some point. You know what you listen to overnight, what you like you saying, you're driving, what you're listening to while you're driving, it will eventually come out. Now I'm not gonna say that it gonna cause you to do, all these horrible things, but it will eventually start to affect you. So in little ways.
That's that.
Yeah, we back on.
So back to our anime. Go ahead.
Who, me?
I thought Nfamous said something.
Oh, I thought so too.
Oh no, I thought I was still muted. I was talking to myself saying, "Ain't we back rolling?"
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought you said, but I wanted to make sure.
Nah, you good. You good. So we keep bringing up a couple of them. So I'm gonna start with the first one.
All right, let's get it.
Hajime no Ippo.
Bro.
I don't have the image of it. I'll find one here in a second and throw it up on the screen. But vocab.
Listen. So first of all, I was late. I found out about Hajime no Ippo in like 2014, 2015. And I had to find it on Kiss Anime. Yeah, we was talking about this earlier. Them Kiss Anime days, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Really, like, and I watched from the very first episode all the way to the end, which is one thing I was glad that I was kind of late for because it meant I could binge the whole thing. That's just, to me, is the greatest boxing anime to ever do it. Like, even though it's an OG, it beats out Megalobox. It beats out what the hell is the name of that other one? I can't remember the name of it, but like it's just
Peppy and Joe.
Yeah, growth. Like we was talking about growth. Like watching Hajime from watching Ippo from when we first get introduced to him to where he is as the champion. That's come on, bro. Come on, bro. We watching man's train too, like legit train every day, all day. It's not even like they just kind of hinting at it, like, oh yeah, he trained. Like we're watching him train, bro. Coming up with these different techniques. When I'm trying to remember the move, the rolling joint. I'm trying to remember.
The Dempsey roll.
Yes,
Dempsey roll. Which
was another thing I loved about it. It was based on real boxers, bro.
Based on real boxers.
And Dempsey was a beast, bro.
Dempsey was small, compact, and a monster.
He was a monster, bro. Then that's another reason why I love Hajime no Ippo, which I was talking to. I don't remember who I was talking to. But boxing, like when we grew up, boxing was something big, bro. Like you fucking watch niggas box, bro. Now, like boxing is relevant still, but it ain't what it was. Like now, everybody just want to watch MMA. They're like, well, motherfuckers are strikers, so we can get the boxing aspect plus all of this, which I get, but there's just something about pure boxing, bro. They're like, I love, and I used to box when I was young too. So like,
we also grew up with parents and old heads that
true.
We could walk out in the middle of the street, throw on some gloves,
I can
and go heads up.
I've seen, not live, but seen Muhammad Ali fight, bro. Like I've seen
Yeah.
VHS and stuff like that
Yeah.
of him fighting, bro. It wasn't talking about just Muhammad Ali's the greatest. I can say I seen him fight. I know why he.
I watched this fight.
I've
That
seen
man
him
was
float
beast.
like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
Yeah.
Bro, first of all, when he get into this bag right here, you're not touching him, bro. That footwork was something ridiculous. You talk about man's ballroom dancing in the ring, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's not even a joke, bro. So like that's how Jermaine had that pure boxing art, which brings me to something that it got to do with boxing, but it don't got to do with anime. It's like the era we grew up in. To niggas who watch boxing now, bro, they will never really understand the Roy Jones Jr. that we know. Because he when he was supposed to. So this era, seeing him get knocked the hell out because he like 50 still fighting. But the 90s, Roy Jones that we grew up on, the man who
he was a monster. He was a monster. Him
in the game, it's over with. Like
y'all remember the song, the album he put out?
Yes.
Can't be cut, can't be stopped, can't be moved, can't be rocked.
And he was really that guy, bro.
He was that dude. He was
that guy, bro. When you talk about middleweight like that, it was
Tyson. I actually had a video clip I found somewhere.
I've seen
Tyson
live.
Tyson's still scary now if you see some of his recent videos.
No. But Tyson was sitting next to Ali on a couch on a show.
Yeah.
And he said, "Who's the greatest boxer alive?" Tyson got up, turned around, got on his knees, and bowed.
Yep. I saw that.
I was like, that's when you know that's real respect.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta love it, bro.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, boxing was called the sweet science for the longest time. I don't know what happened with boxing, but it's more like I don't know because even growing up, I like more the middleweight fights than the heavyweight fights.
Bro,
heavyweights are always slugfest. They're always slugfest. That's what they're
middleweights. With middleweights, you got to see the heavy hands of a heavyweight with the agility and speed of a lightweight, bro.
Yep.
Like middleweight and welterweight. Those two classes, like you can see anything, bro. You can watch a motherfucker dance around somebody, and you can watch a nigga get hit with the wrong hook that put him to sleep.
Dropped him.
That, bro.
Yep. Man, and they gone. Like I don't know what happened to boxing. It's like a lot of boxing is went to MMA or they went to WWF.
MMA, bro. MMA is what happened to boxing.
And they just couldn't adapt. They couldn't adapt. And then Mayweather being 50-0 playing and being a defensive fighter also helped the sport a lot too.
Which I love, bro. I can't stand when people talk shit about Mayweather on his boxing. They're like, "Oh, it's boring." But nigga, it's technique, bro. You just mad because he's a defensive fighter. You like a lot of people just like watching people get knocked out, bro. But to real like boxing fans, bro, watching somebody who could really like just do this to you. All fight and beat the shit out you, bro. Like this is it right here. He rolling. Maybe flip this way. I love it. I mean, show me the technique.
It's technical. I mean, I get it too. Like I was never been a big fan of Mayweather personality wise, but he has a good technical style.
When we talk about boxing, like, cause let's just be real. Mayweather's arrogant. He an asshole. You know what I'm saying? He ain't shit as a person, but when it comes to that ring, you can't.
He conducts an orchestra.
Away from him, bro.
He conducts a symphony in the ring.
He's one of the greatest to ever do it, especially in his weight class, bro. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. Like he's a technical fighter. I mean, he's an asshole, but he's a technical fighter. You gotta give him his props. As much as you don't want to.
What technical fighter was not an a-hole?
That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a very good question.
Oscar, even though he had
De La Hoya,
he had
he had his moments. He had his moments.
Bravado in the mug, bro.
He had a little asshole.
He had bravado like a mug.
I couldn't hear the question, y'all.
Wait, I might have one. I'm thinking of one. Maybe Sweet Pea. That's the only person I can probably think of. That might be more language barrier, to be quite honest, because he didn't speak a lot of English. He was only Spanish.
What about Mosley?
The question was, name a technical boxer who was not an a-hole.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You think Mosley's an asshole?
Yeah, I can't.
Not really. No.
Sugar Shane.
Sugar Shane, bro.
I'll give you that
A
one.
little cocky, but I wouldn't.
I'll
say
give you that one.
bashful.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah,
But he also came from a different era.
Yeah,
True.
That's true. That's true. No, I didn't.
He came from the era that we talking
No,
about.
I didn't. But Sugar Shane is old. Sugar Shane is like.
Sugar Shane come from the era that we talking about, the 90s.
True.
Roy Jones Jr. and them. I seen the fight where Evander Holyfield got his ear bit off by Mike Tyson, bro. Like I was watching that shit on pay-per-view. I seen it.
True.
The people of this generation, they heard about it. I seen it. I was like,
we watched it.
Just bite that nigga, bro. Like,
yeah. And like we say, yeah, we were there. Like going back to what we were talking about, with not Roy Jones, Mayweather. We talking about technical boxing. I mean, you can even apply the same thing to basketball. I mean, we grew up in the '90s. We grew up with like the hard defense of the Knicks and the Heat.
I'm gonna be right back. Hold on. I'm so
like if you think about it, Mayweather's kind of like the old Knicks, and because I mean, NBA is more offensive now than it's ever been in my life. It's not you can't even play defense anymore. Like I know people are like, what happened to the defense? Like the offense just sells more, and the sport was getting boring. It's the execs and the sponsors were tired of like the 67, 75 games. Like they were tired of those scores and the Jordan rules. I mean, there's a whole lot of.
Now
it keep lagging. Like I say something, it lags like a whole minute. But now in the NBA, it's like even though it's offensive minded, it really shows the teams and the people who are defensive minded. Because the ones who are making defensive plays.
True.
What's his name? The Clark. He's known for his defense. That man can score his ass off. He is known for his defense. You got players who are known about that. And see, the thing is, it's not the fact that defense is there. It's the fact that if they play any kind of defense, they give them fouls and flagrants because they worry about the health of the players.
Yeah. Which is understandable.
I don't know what you just did. Hold on, real quick. I don't know what you just did, but whatever you did with the phone, the last couple words, it cleared all your echo up.
Like I just yelled, like for real.
Oh well, now you're clear now. I don't hear the echo.
Oh.
Sadly, the case is destroyed, so I don't have to pay no more.
My bad, Rod. Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
I don't know. What I was saying was the defense. VHA said, but what I was saying was what defense ain't what it was. Whoa, that All-Star 92? Oh, wow.
Irvin Magic Johnson, bro.
Hold up.
Last All-Star.
Full screen.
Put that back up, please. People.
Magic.
Wow. Woo, so many Hall of Famers in that game. Woo, boy.
So Utah. Oh, shoot. Yes.
Man, that's NBA Jam era right there.
Yes.
This the 93 joint is the one where Jordan had the that one fadeaway game winner in the All-Star game. I believe that's the one.
Oh yeah, the shot.
Yeah.
See, so this is what I talk about. Like we was there, bro. We was there, bro. I have these shit.
The 99 Reggie game.
Oh, don't bring that up. Oh man, I think that made me stop being a Knicks fan. Man, listen.
I love that. That was the only time I actually followed basketball. Like those 3-4 years right before that,
Right.
98, 99, when the Pacers were at their peak, and then after that everything dropped.
Let me put this back.
Malice in the Palace. Also, y'all should watch that Malice in the Palace documentary on Netflix. Ooh. That was some heat right there. You want to talk about some heat? And Major Man look like a dumbass, but that's probably another conversation for another day.
Yeah, we'll have to have an actual sports one. I'm gonna let y'all run that one when we do it. But we will have a sports day. Yes.
Yeah, I know. My girlfriend said she became a big fan of Steven Jackson after watching that documentary.
See, there you go.
Because she never saw it. I was like, wait, you didn't see Malice at the Palace? I was like, we watching this.
Right, we gonna watch this tonight.
It was good. I mean, listen, because I forgot Reggie Miller was even on that team that year. I totally forgot.
Yep.
I was like, that was his last season. I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, his last one when Reggie was a force.
Yeah, we're definitely need a sports episode, especially with the NBA releasing that. They did, with the 50th anniversary season, they did the 50 greatest players. They did the 75 greatest.
75.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I saw some people were arguing why Vince Carter wasn't on there. I'm like,
yeah, that one got me too. Vince deserved to be on there.
Vince wasn't on there?
No. Vince
no.
Why not?
I got a perfect reason. There's only one reason I can think of, honestly. I think he played too long, and it's a quality over quantity thing. Quite honest, because that's what I think. My honest opinion. I think he played too long and ruined his mystique in a lot of ways.
That's the same shit that I was talking about with Roy Jones. How this generation seen a different Roy than we see.
Yeah, than what we know. Yeah.
But I feel like even though he kind of messed up his legacy a little bit by staying in so long, for what Vince was doing,
and now
it was enough to keep him on that 75. But we talk about Vince, bro. The same way Steph Curry,
just like AI
with shooting. That's what Vince did with Duncan, bro. Nobody was. Dunk. We seen,
it's like Vince Duncan, AI's handles, Shaq's Duncan,
Vince, bro.
Rodman's
was literally doing
tenacity. Yeah, he was. Vince was a monster in his earlier days, just like injuries, and then I was in a group of mine. Someone was like, the biggest what if would have been Grant Hill, but it's like, injuries got him, so it's understandable why he's not on the list.
Man, Grant hurt. That one hurt a little bit because.
Grant, I can get if he wasn't injured, he probably would. He would have been a monster.
Pistons Grant was.
See Matt, Tracy.
We definitely need an episode on the NBA 75. That's because I see some good smells. I'm like, oh, but some of them make sense to me. But I don't know. I think I added too many recent players for my taste, but. That's just my opinion. I think I had too many. Because I know Steph was on that thing, so Giannis was on there. I'm like, why is Giannis on the list? But that's probably another.
Deserve to be there at all.
I'm gonna tell you why they put Giannis on there. Because one, that growth that we was talking about earlier. Because when Giannis came in the league, he was trash. And
but we didn't talk about the top 75 greatest growths.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why. It's because when the list came out. Giannis was coming off winning a championship. So his name right now is super relevant. It's buzzing in everybody's head. Then on top of that, it's like when LeBron brought a championship to Cleveland. It was big like that because the Bucks ain't had a championship. And I don't think ever, matter of fact, I think this was their first one. If not, the last one they had was like in the 60s.
I think he got one when Kareem was here, if I'm not mistaken. I can probably check that real quickly here.
Right, that might be in the 80s. So, but it's been like 20, 30 years or more.
I think it's been at least 50, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's been at least 50.
Right.
Let me check.
So that's why. So right now, it's like if you talking about the greatest boxers, you got people who is a thing, and then I come out of nowhere and I fucking knock Muhammad Ali out, and then I go knock out Mayweather. You gonna be like, oh yo, that nigga Voqah fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those.
They have to remain relevant to the current audience. I guess.
Speaking of which, I want to make a disclaimer for our viewers. To all viewers of this era, we're not shitting on this era. We acknowledge that Giannis is fire. We acknowledge that LeBron is.
Oh yeah, that boy is fire. I've seen it up close. That boy was fire.
Steph and all of them. Don't get it twisted. Just because we're reminiscing as old heads talking about our 90s basketball and early 2000s does not mean that we're shitting on y'all 2010 basketball and shit.
Not at all.
We acknowledge that we got some fucking legends out here. You know what I'm saying? First of all, Steph Curry is.
Definitely.
Definitely.
He
I
picked up
came
Reggie's
up in the era
mantle.
of Reggie Miller in.
Yeah, he picked
That
up Reggie's
man is
mantle.
not
Allen and
Definitely. I can see that.
Yeah.
Ever.
He got
That was like a handoff. That was a direct
exactly.
handoff.
So like,
Or he can say to Ray Allen. He could say Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, this stuff. If you want to go that way.
That's why I literally said I was like. So don't get it twisted. Don't think it's here go the old heads again. You know what I'm saying? Because I know we do get like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to hip hop, where I can. I can talk for a week about mumble rap alone, but we not gonna
go there. We're not gonna go there. Not today.
No, not today. That's a 7-hour podcast right there.
Exactly. That's a week. That's a 7-day podcast.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I just want y'all to understand. Like, we not hating. We love this generation of basketball too. Just let the old heads have our time to reminisce, bro. Everybody on this podcast is over 30.
But one day they're gonna be the same. Yep.
Because y'all gonna be the same way, bro. You know what I'm saying? When this this class that just came out, Kate Cunningham and all them niggas, when they're in their like 10th season, then the niggas who came up in the LeBron and fucking Steph Curry era, y'all gonna be us.
Exactly. The cycle continues. The cycle continues.
So, just let the old heads reminisce.
Yeah, but just to answer your question about the Bucks, they didn't win in 71. I just checked that real quickly there. So they won in 71.
It's been 50 years, legit.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, that's
all right,
scary.
So we're gonna go back to the sports anime. I'm gonna end it out with one last question.
Let's get it.
Okay.
One last question. All right. And that is this. Whose teamwork is
made the
best?
dream work?
Who's
synergy?
Who's
gotta
synergy?
be Haikyuu.
And we don't have to keep it to these two shows.
We don't gotta keep it to these
We don't have to keep it to these two shows.
Okay.
Who had the tightest two-man synergy, at least two-man synergy of all the ones you know?
Well, if we talking two-man, then we probably do gotta go with these two.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're going duo, yeah.
Two-man, like,
especially because volleyball, you need a good duo, depending on what type of. This sport almost gives them the win automatically.
I don't know because Kuroko, you pair him up with any one of the miracles, and it was
right.
Like Iomine,
yeah.
Like him with an Iomine, like in his random ass shots,
exactly.
Like,
and that's why I gotta give the Haikyuu because with Kuroko, it literally what his style of play was making everybody on the court look good.
Yeah.
As far as Haikyuu, fucking this nigga's the setter, bruh. He has the same role
as Kuroko. Yeah.
However, his main target is our little nigga. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's setting to everybody else, they don't have the same kind of attack as our little nigga, bro. So I gotta give it to them just because their teamwork is unique to them. Whereas Kuroko is a passer. Like that's what he's for. And how it finishes doesn't matter from who he's passing.
Okay, I can see it.
You know what I'm saying? Like if he gives it to what's his name? Aoki or what
Aomine or yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It might end in a dunk, or you pass it to Literary, and then it ends in a 3 or whatever. But who's being scored based on their aspect? He's just the one who distributed the ball. And then on top of that,
but what about
when
Tanaka?
He started shooting, he lost.
I mean,
he
for
lost.
Haikyuu though, you got Tanaka. You know, Tanaka's cuts was lethal at the end.
It was
because
of
that set.
But you're not looking at little nigga for the cuts though. You know what I'm saying?
His cuts, Shoji's cuts was amazing. Don't get me wrong, Shoyo's cuts are amazing. Yeah. I give him that. But I'm just saying, like, I feel that Kuroko and Kageyama, the setter, they had the same job,
Right.
was to make
that's what
everybody
I said.
else
It's
look
setting
good.
up everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like they're the foundation,
I feel
and
third
who
place.
you pass it to is how it finishes. Is how
Right.
What'd you say?
I said
I
they're
feel
the
sorry for him.
foundation,
They ain't
and
seen him
then
yet.
whoever they pass it to is just how it ends up finishing.
I feel that respect.
Right.
He said he ain't seen it yet.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's okay. Don't worry. It's volleyball. It's kind of hard to not know what happens in a volleyball match. Setters,
True,
I mean,
unless
I
you
know
watch it.
about.
hit the
I
ball.
I know volleyball. I just haven't seen NA.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I said there's no way to like mess up a sports anime if you think about it.
That's kind of true.
It's
That's kind of true.
You know how the sport plays. Like,
Right. I mean, but you know, Shoyo, you know, you know what I mean? Like, that's
you
my
like
little
him because
nigga,
he's
bro.
short. You like him because
That's
he's
my-
short.
That's my nigga, bro.
Let's be
You
real,
know
bro.
what I'm saying? I'm a little nigga, bro. But my thing is like, all right, so I feel like because he's a spiker, bro. He's a spiker.
Yeah.
He's spiking, and then two, he's playing defense, bro.
Yeah.
In volleyball.
Yeah.
Like
That
as somebody who
changed.
played basketball, I'm like I fooled around with volleyball, but that's like fun shit. Like I was actually playing basketball. Your height as a point guard isn't as crucial as in playing volleyball, bro. Like you gotta get up there, bro. You gotta
His
get up
hops are
there.
crazy.
So like if I'm in a position like Kuroko is,
Yeah.
being a good passer my height doesn't really affect that. Am I
Right.
nice with the handles and passing? But he gotta be nice for what he's doing. In volleyball, no matter what position you play, you gotta get the ball over the net, bro. And the net ain't changing.
True.
You gotta get over that shit.
It's
bro.
not moving.
Exactly. So, you know, you just
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I say it's a tie between these two pair. I think it's a
It's
tie.
a good, it's a good,
It's definitely a good matchup.
comparison.
Yeah.
But could you also say that they're both the top two for two different reasons because of their sports as well?
Yes,
You throw that
exactly.
argument
Oh,
in.
definitely.
Exactly.
Definitely. Okay. So let's do this then. Top fighting sport anime, in your opinion, who wants to start?
Fighting sport.
Fighting sport.
Fighting.
So sumo, boxing, what else we got? I'll even throw. Well, no, sumo and boxing is pretty much it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that as far as fighting sports, that's really it.
That's pretty much it
There
right
was
now.
a wrestling anime.
What was it? Ultimate Muscle?
That
Was it
would be
Ultimate Muscle?
considered one. Ultimate Muscle. Or I was saying, you think it's like
Yeah,
Tiger
'cause that's
Mask?
wrestling.
Tiger Mask.
Tiger Mask is wrestling.
Okay.
Tiger and Bunny.
But I'm gonna
Oh, that's a sports anime? I did not know
It's
that.
a fighting anime. It's like a
Oh,
fighting
okay.
competition thing, but I don't think it's a sport. So no, probably Tiger and Bunny probably wouldn't fall into a sport.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so Baki wouldn't fall in the sport.
Baki is not a sport.
No, Baki is not a sport.
No, legit question. Legit question.
Boxing.
You know
sumo.
they just dropped the new Baki like solo anime.
Yeah, I saw that.
I ain't watch it yet, but it's on the list.
I'll have to take a look at it when I
It's
get a
good.
chance.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
I'll take a look at
you
it.
won the fights that you was hoping for in Baki.
Isn't it just him training to get ready for his dad?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
literally
basically he's training.
okay.
He's training to get ready for his dad, but how he's doing it, he's fighting other people who his dad respects, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
Ah,
That's what I heard about it,
got you.
and I read the little description.
I mean, that makes sense.
Oh, that's not. That's like saying Gohan's fighting everybody that Goku fought to fight
Right.
Goku. That makes sense. I can kind of see from that angle.
That actually makes sense, yeah.
So if we going just fighting, I gotta give it to Epo, bro. I gotta give it to
Epo?
Epo.
Okay.
First of all, it's a long anime, so we get a
True.
lot of good content.
You do.
The nigga Epo, we watch him from a bitch to the guy.
Literally.
Like, so
Literally.
it's like, you know, I gotta give it to Epo, and the man had hands, bro.
So
So
I want to give it to Epo. I do.
from-
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Megalobox.
It's also limited too.
Strictly because.
Megalobot?
Okay, shut up.
Over Epo?
I haven't watched enough of the fighting
I
anime to give a good opinion, so I'm just gonna sit this one out.
No, you good. You good.
I'm gonna give it to Megalobot.
Don't worry, we're gonna switch gears here in a second.
Strictly because the fact of the matter is like the guy is going against in lifetime he's going against Cyborg on his own. It's basically real still anime form.
Exactly.
Like he got skills, but he got
It's real
skills
still in
enough
anime
to
form.
fight.
I like that.
Yeah, like he got skills, but he got skills to fight people with enhancements out the ass, and he's just a regular guy in the
He
beginning.
got enhancements too.
No. You gotta remember,
His is not
he
like
was
that.
gearless Joe. He did not wear gear, and
Yeah,
everybody
I
else
know.
had gear on.
Oh, okay.
Like he was regular boxing, Sharod.
Yeah,
And
he was.
Everybody else had on this like metallic
but he
arm
couldn't see
gear
Epo though.
to make his fight, make the moves
It's
quicker
basically
and stronger.
he was fighting
and all of that.
Jack. Put it like that. He was fighting
Jack.
that's built
Yeah.
like Jack.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay. I can kind of
He
see
was
that.
fighting
Okay.
Jack from Tekken. Right. And
Okay.
he's a scrawny dude.
I
Like
mean,
he was a boxer. He was
and
good.
using it straight.
He had that
skills.
one episode where he was wearing that red shit though.
Now in the second one, he did put on the one,
He did.
but that was out of respect. That was a respect thing.
I'm just saying though, if Joe and Epo box, Epo is dog walking.
Now
That's what
I'm
I'm
gonna tell you this.
That's what I'm saying.
I love both. I love both.
I'm gonna respect your opinion though,
That's
because I'm
cool.
a good guy.
What y'all gotta understand though is the OG still stands above,
That's what I'm saying, bro.
and that's Champion Joe.
I feel
Champion
you.
Joe
I'ma
was
say
the
this.
OG.
You gotta think about it.
Megalobox came out as the 50th anniversary of Champion Joe.
Champion Joe. Yeah, that's why he was Gearless Joe.
He was Gearless Joe. That's why.
Yeah, that's why. But
Okay.
I don't know.
The
I still got
storyline
Epo.
for Champion
the
Joe
reason-
was similar to Epo.
It was
So
Champion Joe was that guy.
So
I gotta go with Champion Joe.
my thing was, if you put an Epo over Joe, I just want to add fact that Epo was human going against human, but the fact of the matter, Joe was getting hit with niggas with gears, with enhancements. Does that not play a factor
But
in Epo versus Joe?
Epo versus
So do
Joe.
you think
Epo
that
dog
Epo was
walks
hitting
Joe.
his hardest?
But Epo versus Joe,
Epo versus Joe. Epo dog walks Joe, bro.
I don't see Joe winning.
He
I don't
does
see
not
the
win
new
that,
Joe
bro.
winning.
He does not
Champion
win
Joe, yes. But Megalobox Joe, I don't see him. He's not taking the Dempsey role and not
that. He's
dropping.
not, bro. He's not. He's not surviving the Dempsey role, bro.
Like that's not gonna happen.
It's not.
He was a brawler that happened to be good at fighting, at boxing.
Exactly. That nigga Epo trained up.
Now Champion Joe,
He got brawler and technique.
he
bro.
would have rocked Epo.
Yeah,
He would have rocked Epo.
he would.
Like, you can't even argue that.
Hey,
Hey,
but
we
Epo gonna
need,
put up a
we need to
fight.
hit up deathmatch and try this. We need to put in this in deathmatch.
I'm ready.
I'm thinking.
But they
take
did
that
one.
punishment.
I mean, one of them
Take that
against.
punishment.
You
I
think
But
don't
didn't
that?
think
Deathmatch do a boxing match? And they did Boa versus I think Ipo or somebody. I don't remember. I don't remember the exact match.
The Tanaka fight, Vocab with
Say what?
Ipo. The Tanaka fight, the
Bruh.
other hard hitter like him.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying.
They're like this dude. No,
Epo's hands are fucking deadly, bro.
like especially now when he does the stutter step with Dempsey.
Right. You
Like
gotta
it's like gear
remember.
2.
You gotta remember, Epo
Yeah.
is a heavy-handed fighter with technique, bro.
Yeah.
You're basically taking the strength of a brawler and then adding technique to it. We're like, come on, Epo.
I don't see that one. We're gonna have to disagree on that, Infamous.
He too frail, bro. Don't get twisted though. I enjoyed my little box. I rooted for Gillis Joe. I was like, yo, that nigga nice. But he not
for the show, he was good. Even Chief.
Epo,
I don't even think if he'd went against Chief, I don't know if he would have won.
I don't. He not seeing. What's Epo's rival? Masako or something.
Oh,
like
that's not happening at all.
Something with an M, right?
Miura or something like that.
Miara or something like that.
Yeah, that wasn't happening.
Gillis Joe ain't seeing him, bro.
That's not happening at all.
He's not seeing him, bro.
That's not happening at all. At all. It's
Muhammad Ali Jr. beating them all though.
Did he?
Now that would be a crossover.
That's coming from boxing.
Epo going over there. That would be a crossover.
Sendo is his name.
Sendo
is his name.
Sendo, yeah, the other heavy hitter. Yeah.
Oh no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
Oh no, Miura is the one that was in the gym.
Miura, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Something with an M.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Sendo was the one that was the other heavy hitter with it.
Sendo is also a rival, so I can see.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he got like 5.
Miyata.
Like 5
Ichiro Miyata. That's his name. Ichiro.
Miyata.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and switch out of sports mode. Anybody got anything they want to finalize it with?
I want to finalize it with all my viewers out there that are watching. Go watch real boxing. Bring that shit back to life, bro.
True. I agree with that. Bring boxing back. Bring the middle class and muscle back. Bring it back.
We're not telling you stop watching.
I want to say go watch Roy Jones.
I watch both.
Go watch some old Roy Jones boxing matches.
Go back and watch Roy Jones. Don't watch this Roy Jones. Watch 90s Roy Jones that we was watching.
Watch Sugar Ray Leonard. Watch Pernod Runiker. Watch Oscar De.
Watch
Viewers,
Hitman Hearns.
You got your homework.
Whoa, that's a good one. Or a Martin episode with Hitman Hearns.
Yo, remember that? He beat the shit out there. Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw this in. This is another throwback to our last week's conversation, and I got a feeling we're gonna do this going forward. Every time we got some stuff that we need to finish up, I'm just gonna randomly toss it into the next week's conversation.
All right, that's cool.
We on number 2. Let's get it.
So here we go. This is from our conversation about Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We didn't finish that. We did not finish that.
I stand by this, man. I don't know who it was.
I'm so done.
Wow.
But I agree with everything they say here.
Y'all gonna have to read it to me because I can't look at it.
I got you. I'll read it. All right, we're gonna start with the left side. The actual saying wins most of his fights.
The actual saying is SSJ4.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The actual saying is SSJ4. It's a picture of him on
wins
that side.
most of his fights. Terrifying presence, and no other Z fighters can keep up except Vegeta. Smart, wise, serious, experienced, and will kill any threat. Always ready and tank the sun's heat. Will fight blind, put his foot in your mouth, and dragonfish your ass. Keeps trying to fight after losing and finds a way. Right side, a fan service Power Ranger.
Which is the Goku Blue. God mode.
Goku Blue, right, yeah. Loses most of his fights, trains with gods, absorb God Ki, but 17 Frieza easily kept up without God Key. Is a retard, acts like your annoying 7-year-old cousin, always being surprised in fights like it's his first fight. God Key fails and needs a new form to win against teenage girls based fusion. Lost to Black in 5 minutes and ran away twice.
Oh, I got.
Ooh, let me go on this. Let me go on this. I can answer all. Let me go on this because a lot of people, I can tell who wrote this. They're Dragon Ball GT fanboys. They're Dragon Ball GT fanboys. And here's the thing about Dragon Ball GT.
It's not canon.
GT is good. Don't get me wrong. It had some good ideas, just wasn't properly executed.
It was
But
not
for Super,
executed.
and the same thing's happening with Super, unless you count the recent stuff in the manga that hasn't been animated yet.
Right.
That's a whole different animal. That's a whole different animal, especially Vegeta's new form. I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't want to spoil anime only. I'll leave it at that.
Right.
But at the same time, yeah, there was God Key, but they introduced that. But you got to think about 17's an android. He has the infinite engine. He can probably keep up with Goku anyway, with or without God Key. Frieza was a prodigy. They said that numerous times. He never trained a day in his damn life. He trained for 4 months and got the golden form. So I wouldn't even use that's a weak ass argument. Anything with the tournament of power also is a weak ass argument because that was a 48-minute fight. If you think about it, it was more of an endurance fight than anything else, which is why I always contend.
Why are you fighting for 48 minutes?
It was a 48-minute fight. The tournament of power would have worked better if they did it like the Dark Tournament and Yu Yu Hakusho, but that's another conversation for another day.
Ooh, let's not talk about you.
Hey, I'll say that for another day. I'll say that. No, I'm just saying the structure.
You will get Jay started.
No, I'm just mentioning that because when they were first doing the tournament power, I thought they were going to go that way, and I just finished seeing. And I just finished. I think My Hero just did the Sports Festival arc animated right when that aired too, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, to continue my point, with Dragon Ball Super, yeah, I think the tournament power was just a 48-minute endurance fight. It was a 48-minute Royal Rumble. Let's just keep it a buck. Let's just keep it a buck. So if you're saying, oh, Goku lost to 210, dude was tired. He was fighting for like almost, 35 minutes? You'll be dead tired too after that. I think a lot of people forget that about the Tournament of Power. 48 minutes. That's why, one of my favorite speeches was that last Vegeta speech. I'm not sure if y'all remember when he got on the what's his name? Belmont, the God of Destruction for Universe, said that Vegeta.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
I don't know if y'all can find the clip or anything, but that speech is 48 minutes. That's all we have for this tournament. 48 minutes. And us saying we kept breaking our limit and breaking our limit and breaking our limit every time. We kept coming back to fight, no matter who it was. Kale, Kava, all of them did the damn thing. And then that last part was just find a way, Kakarot. You can do this. Find a way. Break the limit. Step into the realm of the gods. That is one of the most motivational speeches I've ever heard in the history of anime. No lie, no cap.
I wish more people called Goku Kakarot. It's such a great name.
Well, he did. Broly to call him Kakarot.
Right.
That's true. That is true.
Here you go.
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
I'm gonna go after the.
Let the speech play this up. Let me mute myself because I know I'm gonna go here.
Did it go? Hold up.
Obvious the inevitable. And all your... Listen to yourself. Just now, you called it incomplete, which implies he hasn't fully mastered it yet. And if you're stupid enough to ignore the obvious implications of that, then I don't even know where you get off calling yourself a god.
You watch yourself, mortal.
Oh, come on. Are you suggesting that he can master Ultra Instinct in the time he has left? Please. You're a fool. That's impossible.
And you'd bet your life on that? 48 minutes. That's all we were given for this tournament of power. Yet in that brief time span, we Saiyan warriors have shattered our limits, time after time. You've seen it with your own eyes, Destroyer. are you waiting for? End this! Knock Goku out of this tournament now! Come on, Kakarot! Find a way! I entrusted everything to you! My pride, my promise, everything! I won't tolerate failure! Trespass into the domain of the gods and use that might to conquer Jiren! Do it, Kakarot!
Fucking epic.
Epic.
Thing of beauty.
Man. It's such a great speech, bruh.
It's a great speech.
Like, you're ready to do anything after hearing a speech like that.
Now, for the argument of Super Saiyan 4 versus Super Saiyan Blue, I am not by any means necessary a GT tard. I'm sticking with that. I dislike GT except for 2 of the sagas. I love Super Saiyan 4.
I'm the same way.
I can understand that.
Strictly. This is the reason why. When y'all remember when Gohan was Super Saiyan 2, how his whole mentality changed. And if I'm not mistaken, somebody said something. I'm thinking it was Vegeta. The more you get into your Saiyan self, the more you be revered as a Saiyan. The more you act like Saiyan. Okay. The definition of a Saiyan is arrogant and cocky. We saw that with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. We saw that in any other form but Super Saiyan 4 Goku. We saw it coming up. It's just the Super Saiyan 4 form was like the definition of a Saiyan 4 Goku. Where we got Super Saiyan Blue, where it's just like really just Goku went playing in a freaking cotton candy machine. Like he's still Goku. He doesn't really only part of his Saiyan blood that he's really using is the eager to fight. But he's not in Super. Goku has never been to the point he just had to kill somebody except Frieza. Cause only reason he killed Frieza was because he saw what Frieza did, and they had to bring back time to do it.
True.
In GT, that Super Saiyan 4 Goku was on his shit. When he gave that little mercy, and I think it was Ice betrayed him. Oh, you saw what happened.
That was make sense, but you gotta think about it also. If you think timeline wise with GT, that's an older Goku too. If you think about it in a lot of ways, that's an older Goku. I'm gonna give GT a point there. If you think about it, that's an older Goku.
Old man Goku.
That's an older Goku.
Really short fuse.
Yeah, that's a 50-year-old Goku. If you really think about it, if you think about the age, because in Super right now, Goku and Vegeta are in their mid-40s. GT, if I'm not mistaken, Goku and Vegeta are like, I think pushing 60 at that point, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. If I'm not 100% off.
They was old.
Old was 10.
Yeah, like I said, I think they're close.
At least 50.
Yeah, they're close to 60 at that point. That's older. That's what I'm thinking. GT, you have to think Goku and Vegeta are 10 years older than they was at the end of Z. If I'm not mistaken. Maybe 10, 20. I'm not 100% sure. But I know they're close to 60 at that point. In Super, it's been established that...
The form itself, though, makes more sense. Super Saiyan 4 makes a lot more sense than Super Saiyan God.
I can see that argument, and I'll give you. I think I can argue both at the same time. If y'all let me argue both of these for a second.
Go ahead. Because afterwards, I'm about to wreck all of this.
Okay, Super Saiyan 4, I get it from a thematic sense. Super Saiyan 4 was a great idea. It's like you brought the Zoro power back. which is what they're trying to do with Super with Broly, but I'll get to that in just a second. But
Okay.
Super Saiyan 4, the way they did it in GT, it made sense. You brought the tail back, which was something that was forgotten with the Super Saiyan forms.
Right.
Having the tail back and getting another different power up on top of that, thematically was a genius idea. Very thematic. Especially when it happened in the Baby Saga, and you had the Golden Ozaru Baby versus Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Great fight. Excellent fight, don't get me wrong. But Super went in a different direction. They decided to lore build even more. Because the thing with Super compared to GT is Super did more lore building compared to GT. They tried to build the Universe 7. I guess we can both call them Universe 7 at this point.
Yeah.
GT tried to do the world building, but the crowd wasn't liking it. In Super, they baby stepped it a little bit if you think about it. You did Resurrection F. You did Battle of Gods, cool. Resurrection F, okay, cool. You brought Frieza back, you made him plot relevant again, cool. And then you go Super, you do the Universe 6 versus Universe 7. Now you keep lore building very slowly. Now we all will admit, I'll admit myself, I think the Goku Black arc, I think everybody universally agrees, good idea, bad execution. Right. Like, personally, I think you should have switched the focus to, that should have been a Vegeta-centric arc with Vegeta and Future Trunks defeating Goku Black. Would have been a better story. And then you could just switch the focus back to Goku for the Tournament of Power. Even with the manga stuff, the last arc could have been more Vegeta focused. I'll leave it at that. The current manga arc seems to be going, especially with the recent reveal of the new chapter, with more lore on Goku's father. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to spoil the anime, only we're probably like 2-3 years away from that being animated anyway.
Most definitely.
Right, pretty much.
Yeah, 2 to 3 years. And then we got the Dragon Ball superhero movie coming out. That's supposedly 1 year before the last tournament in Z. That's supposedly what's going on. But like I said, like I can explain both. They think both of them. It's two different timelines at this point. You can like the GT timeline, that's fine. You can like the Super timeline. That's going to probably be the more canonical line going forward. Nothing wrong with that. Yep.
I'm just.
Okay, you said it again. I'm coming to Orlando. We're fighting.
It can be canon. It's different timelines. So you get two canonical timelines. We all watch Marvel. We all watch DC. They have multiple timelines. Look how popular Injustice got.
Hey, let me say it one more time. GT ain't finished.
I said, I'm gonna say this like I said last week. Like I said last week. What Rod said, I agree. As far as 4 is the logical plot line of growth for any Saiyan.
That's facts.
It went Uzuru, which is supposed to be his highest form, to Golden Uzuru, to 4. Anything that happened after 4, he could have been 4 with blue fur. I'd have been okay with it. You know what I mean?
I can see that.
He could have went God mode 4. I would have been completely cool with that because it still keeps it with the Uzuru and everything else that you've had since Dragon Ball. Since day one.
SSJ4 is just so appealing, bro.
It is.
Look
it
at
that.
Now, here's where, again, I will repeat, and people can hate me, and I don't care, but we had this conversation last time. Gohan should have been the one to get Ultra Instinct.
It made thematic sense.
It made thematic sense. You're right. Think about it. He trained with the Kais. He specifically, multiple times, had unlock in every game, unlock potential, unlock this, unlock that. Everything this man has been doing since Z has been him unlocking powers within him without changing. The dude never went past SS2. He went 3 for sale for a hot second.
Quick second, yeah.
You know what I mean? And he after that he never went past 2 and still kept up with Goku God Mode Blue.
True.
Never went past SS2.
Can we have a moment of silence for Team Gohan? because Team Gohan was just the truth, bro, and they did my man dirty, bro.
But that's my thing. They didn't. They technically, if they wanted to, if Toriyama wanted to, he could easily take
No, he
what they
didn't.
did to Gohan. He didn't what?
He didn't want it.
Did my man dirty.
He let the fans take
Oh yeah,
over,
that
bro.
was the fans. Yeah.
The fans did it.
Exactly.
They want Goku to leave. I blame all you Dragon Ball Z fans for this.
Goku didn't have to go nowhere, but all
No,
they have
he
to
didn't.
do, they could easily turn this around. The Tournament of Power could have been Gohan's turning point. It could have
That's
easily
That's
been Gohan's
true.
turning point. The man left and was studying, became, like we said last week, he became a doctor. And then trained for 4 months with Piccolo and was throwing hands with his dad again.
Yep. It became
to the point where Goku specifically stated, you know what, I keep forgetting that the only person who keeps up with me is you.
Outside of Vegeta, but that's true.
Outside of Vegeta, right. And the man never passed SS3.
That's why I'm gonna. You don't mind if I just going a little sideways?
Ahead.
I think Vegeta's always been low key disappointed in Gohan because he sees the potential and he sees him not using the potential. I think he's always low key. I think Vegeta's always been disappointed.
Bad boy. He knows it. He's been trying to get Gohan to fight for the longest.
Bro.
He's been trying to piss Gohan off since he met him. Think about it.
That's true.
That's real. Bro.
It's real talk. He's saying, I just want to see you get mad once.
One time, bro.
One time. Gohan has never been. The last time Gohan got mad, Cell died.
Cell, exactly. That's real, bro. And he was the first person to go SS2.
That's the last time that man got mad.
Legit.
Man.
The last time Gohan
I do got a question for y'all after this.
Person to go Super Saiyan 2.
Okay. Go ahead.
About the question?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's finish with Gohan first because it's kind of outside that, but it's still Dragon Ball Z related.
Okay. But yeah, so if they had let Gohan go SS2 and then go Instinct, you could have let Goku keep 4, go God Mode Kaioken, God Mode Blue, let Gohan have Ultra Instinct, because that has nothing to do with God powers.
That's right.
Gohan straight up said, I don't want to do it like you did. I'm going to find my own way to get as strong as you without going through and dealing with the Usuru and all of that. Because he was... Okay, and here's my thing. He said that in Super, which was a tip to a non-canonical, and I use air quotes, GT build of Goku.
Mm-hmm.
There was no other reason for him to say that. None.
Nope, not at all.
So, Gohan should have been Instinct, which would have threw that whole fight a whole different direction.
Oh, that was good.
Tournament of Power would have been a whole different fight at that point.
It's a good what if. It's a definitely good, like if Goku
Definitely
got it,
what
but then like if Goku got it first, but then Gohan was the one who got the master. Like Goku got Omen, but Gohan got the perfected version.
Right. Well, no. Think of it. SSJ4 God Mode is what gets unlocked in the tournament, and Ultra Instinct and Gohan gets unlocked in the tournament.
Oh God, that would have changed.
That would have been fire.
And then Vegeta's unlocked mode of God Mode gets unlocked in the tournament. That would have been the trifecta.
That would have been cool, but knowing some of the manga stuff, I think Vegeta would have probably had to wait another saga. Just to be quite honest, going with
they probably would have.
Go on,
you know, in the manga, Goku fought the girls.
Yeah, he's the one who took out the girls. True, but in the
Goku fighting
though. Go on the monster. I think people forget how much of a monster he is.
Oh,
If Gohan, that's why I'm really kind of low key looking forward to the new movie because I think Pan might be more of a monster than Gohan if you really think about it.
I do believe it because I don't. Pan doesn't have her dad's control. Pan does not have her dad's control at all.
Yeah, because I know what came out of New York Comic Con. They said Piccolo's been kind of low key training her. So.
Oh. And okay, so can we also look at this? No one keeps taking into effect Gohan's genetics. Gohan has the strongest genetics on the planet Earth right now.
True. No argument there.
Gohan, Gotenks, Goten. Or Gohan, Goten, and what's the other one? Yeah.
Trunks and Bola, if you want to count her too.
No. Just Chi-Chi's kids.
Okay.
Who is Chi-Chi?
The strongest, technically one of the strongest women in the universe on the planet.
The Ox King's daughter.
Was she sexy?
Who is the Ox King?
He was one of Master Rochi's students.
Who is he? What does he run? What is he? A god. A literal deity.
Yes? Wait, bro?
Yeah, I know that.
If I'm not mistaken, he was the one running hell for the longest in Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did forget about that.
Yeah, he was.
You sure about that?
I thought. I could be wrong.
I'm not running it, but he was.
Somebody double check that. All right.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
I can't do it because it's gonna kick me out.
No, I think was in charge of Fire Mountain, not out.
Y'all can get back to me on it. Let me know.
Okay.
But I know that
I think you're talking about King. You're thinking about King Yama.
King Mama. Yeah, that's Yama.
Yeah, King Yama. Yeah.
Yeah, that's King Yama. But I mean, he was like,
but the Ox King,
no, he wasn't a king. Like he was a king, but he had his own mountain. He had. No, you're thinking of Kami. He had the Fire Mountain. I think you're thinking of Kami. You're thinking of Kami.
Okay.
Kami was a deity.
There you go. Yeah. So what? But what was he? Was he a deity or was he just a human that ran a mountain? I mean, who runs a mountain other than a deity?
He was the king of a Fire Mountain.
Exactly.
Fire Mountain.
Right.
Fire Mountain.
Like, doesn't that make him a deity of some sort? I'm just
No.
saying.
He's considered a demon king, kind of.
A demon king.
Yeah.
So the daughter of a demon, quote unquote, demon king, is now breeding with the Saiyan.
True.
And producing Gohan as the first offspring.
True.
Which is a monster.
Facts.
And then you have Gohan.
Stress.
Then you have Gohan mating with Videl, and she's probably one of the strongest women fighters, not counting Android 18, out of human women probably.
That's a whole nother piece that I haven't even touched yet. Like, her kid, is it android or is it human?
Who, Pan?
No, Marin.
Marin.
That's a good question.
Android or is she a human?
I think they're just humans. I think if I remember 17 and 18 grade, they have the internal engines in them. That's what makes them androids. But they can they was reproductive organs
of a person.
Yeah, because
okay.
18 and Krillin had
right. I'm just checking. I don't know. I don't know that part.
Yeah,
but yeah.
That's probably just the easiest way. That's the simplest way to describe it. Yeah. Okay. But they just have they're like Cyborg from DC. It's probably the easiest way to describe.
Gotcha. I was like, I never touched that part. And I was like, I don't want to go into that because I have a feeling I'm.
But keeping it with Gohan, like we're going back. Okay, Chi-Chi with Ox King. Okay, that's Ox King's daughter. Then you have Goku, one of the strongest mortals in the world, with Chi-Chi probably one of the strongest women-human fighters of her generation. You get Gohan.
No, just racial. Not even their abilities individually. Their species DNA.
Okay.
The genetic mutations that happened from them having kids.
True.
Genetically, Gohan is a breed above every other creature on Earth.
True. No lie there.
I got something to add to that.
I mean, Vegeta even said.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if y'all seen the movie when we met Vegeta's brother, Tarble, but he explained something that kind of tailored to what you're saying. And the thing was like, talk like I have a girl and she's pregnant, whatever. And Vegeta's like, when the Saiyan breeds another species, it don't have to be human, any species, that offspring will be stronger than all species combined.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. And he married the Ox King's daughter. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I see where you're going there.
So that's part of probably why he's keeping up with Goku in God mode as SS2.
Can you go on?
Yeah, but the thing with the Super Saiyan transformation is, I think they said this somewhere either in a dub or a guidebook, but the more you're used to the form, the easier it is for the less energy output they have. So Gohan as Super Saiyan 2 could be theoretically stronger than a Super Saiyan 3 or even a Super Saiyan 4.
Oh, easy, because that's all he's been using. Think about it. That's all he used since he was a teenager.
Since he was 18, bro.
And dude's like 30 now.
Yeah, so he's probably mastered Super Saiyan 2, maybe even his ultimate form if he can. Look how quickly he got back into that with the tournament power. He just trained with Piccolo.
It was like 4 months with Piccolo, something like that.
Nah, it was like 4 days.
Well,
4 days.
Hold on.
That makes it even scarier. When you think about it, that makes it even scarier. That was a day. Yeah, that was a couple of days.
Yeah. So Gohan transformation. I'll say this because people don't get it. When Buu came, Gohan does not remember how to go to Super Saiyan 2. He stopped training. He can remember Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan is in his blood because his dad told him, like, long as you know how to keep your base, you good.
Right.
But he didn't turn Super Saiyan 2 again until Buu came out, and wasn't enough.
Yeah,
then he got the mystic form. Yeah. So Gohan, he knows he can do it, but it's never truly been said that he controls Super Saiyan 2. Now, Vegeta and Goku know how to do it. They just like that. Majin Vegeta is Super Saiyan 2. People forget that.
But the thing is, though, even with that, I agree with you. But when they were training for the Tournament of Power and he was sparring with Goku, he just jumped right into 2.
Yeah.
And started fighting his dad.
That's when. So, yeah, that's when the jump. In that time, he figured how to do it. But people think like that. Majin Buu saw he could have went Super Saiyan 2. He did not go Super Saiyan 2 to right before Majin Buu beat his ass.
Yeah. No, he never pulls it out unless he got to. Never.
But for Gohan, the Super Saiyan transformation was more emotional than physical. Because remember, Goku said you need the need and the desire. That's something I've always remembered. That's why when I brought up the topic last week about the horror movies with Super Saiyan, I was thinking about the desire and needs. That's what I was thinking. That will probably trigger the transformation in a horror movie. You're trying to live. That should be enough to trigger a transformation.
Right.
Just to bring that back up. But it's the need and the desire. Gohan, 7 years apiece. Vegeta kept training. Gohan just chilled and did what he wanted to do. He didn't want to fight. So he's rusty.
He's studying, bro. Big brain.
Gohan's a big brain. That's the thing.
It's another thing about the transformation that people tend to forget that was explained. That is canon, even though it was explained in GT, but it's canon that certain species of Saiyans can't do certain transformations. So we know Gohan can go up to 2. We don't know about 3 per se, but Gohan and Trunks, other than Vegeta and Goku, are possibly able to go to 4. Goten cannot go past 2 if he ever tries. Strictly because Goten was the one Saiyan that was born without a tail. He didn't have a tail.
Right.
No, he had a tail. They just cut it off really young, so he never had a tail technically.
Goten. He was born with. He never had a developed tail. Let me make that straight.
Yeah,
he was never able to develop.
Gohan had his full tail.
Trunks had one.
Trunks and Gohan, they did.
With that being said, what you said about the Ultra Instinct, that makes so much more sense. With that being said, like saying that Gohan might not be able to go Super Saiyan 4, it's a possibility, but he might not be able to Super Saiyan 4, and he would take that Ultra Instinct instead.
Right.
That makes so much more sense. We need to call Toyama right now.
There go your SSJ4 right
there. Right.
That's the thing. Like, SSJ4 should have been more Goku Vegeta's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and Broly too.
I got a question. I want to ask this.
Yeah.
I want to ask before I go
Broly
in
would
here
have
and
been
drop
a
this
sensei.
load. Cause I'm at Walmart.
Say again.
So this is my question. I got a question I want to ask before I go drop this load at Walmart. Can I be able to
Okay.
be on my phone? So
Oh,
this
yeah,
is my
true.
question. I had a whole argument about this yesterday. We all know how strong Cell was.
Right.
Yeah.
We all know how strong Frieza was and
Right.
is. So this is my question. Do y'all agree that Frieza could not beat Perfect Cell before Golden Frieza?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Off top.
Before
Okay,
Golden Frieza, yes.
Before
hear
Golden.
me out. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. So what y'all saying is I agree to that, but y'all think Golden Frieza could clap Cell.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not gonna
Yes.
say easy.
Okay.
It'd be a
Nah,
close
I'm not
fight,
gonna say
but yes.
easy
Okay.
either, but I think he will win.
Here,
I feel like Golden Frieza will win.
If
okay,
it's true,
here's
Golden
my
Frieza, a
thing.
whole nother story.
You're right.
Okay, here's my thing. Without training, in my opinion, I feel like Frieza, with his ego, would lose to Cell.
Because
Here's
of the
my
ego.
reasoning. I'm gonna let y'all get y'all answer. Because of his ego, he's gonna lose to Cell. One, he's gonna think he's superior to Cell because he has a golden form.
Right.
Two, him not knowing Cell's background. With that being said, he don't know that Cell has what Goku has when it comes to Zenkai Buu. That's times 10 to Goku to all the Saiyans because Cell's Zenkai Buu activates when he regenerates. So every time he gets hurt and regenerates, it's a boost. Frieza's not gonna have the want to just obliterate Cell completely because you would have to concentrate to do that. Just like Gohan had to concentrate the Kamehameha way until you would keep destroying the Cell until there was no more cells left.
I see what you're saying.
Frieza's not gonna do that. Even if Frieza blew up the planet, he'll not get rid of Cell.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I
true.
see what
So
you're
do y'all
getting
still
at.
think Frieza clapped Cell?
Yeah, it'd just be resurrecting F all over again, pretty much.
So no, here's my thing. I see where you're going with that,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll raise you one.
Go ahead.
Cell is the only one whose
Right.
ego is just as big as Frieza's.
I was just about to say.
I can see that. I can see that.
So
Cell
Cell,
ego is
just like
also
Frieza,
something-
will tell him as they're going through why that attack didn't work.
Yep.
Dumbass, yeah, he would.
He would, like
He would.
He
would.
would just
You know
talk.
that.
He would tell him.
He
Yeah.
would. He'd be like, "Ha ha, you stupid motherfucker."
Right, like that would be what happened.
Makes sense. It'd be a good fight, but
That would
yeah,
be a
that-
good fight.
It would be a good fight.
So
It's
okay,
definitely not a walk in the park.
so with you saying that, it's actually it's funny because it segues into one of the clips that I wanted to do. I got a versus matchup for y'all, and so this
Okay.
is perfect before you leave. Here's the versus matchup.
Lord have mercy. Cell versus Cell Jr.
Cell versus Marilyn
I got Maryland because this is regular Cell.
from Hunter.
Okay.
I got Maryland because this is regular Cell.
I don't know. I haven't seen Hunter
Yeah,
this
super
far, so I
perfect.
don't know.
Okay, so
Yeah, if
my
it was
argument with
perfect,
this
then-
fight is
Perfect
if
Cell
we're
versus
taking away
Marilyn.
power
No,
scaling,
that's not perfect Cell.
if we're taking away power scaling, I would go with Miriam.
Right. I agree.
If we're
If you take
going
away power
with the
scaling,
power scaling,
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
You know, Dragon Ball Z power scaling is booty. Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately,
So
that's
if we take away power scaling, and let's say both of their hits are just as strong as each other, they both on even ground, I would want to give it to Miriam.
I
Okay,
agree.
It all
so
depends on who got
why
the
don't
better
you think
second.
it
Cause
will?
they're just
all right. I have a
Miriam-
question, but I'll let y'all continue. 'Cause I have a question,
Okay.
but
Okay,
no,
go ahead.
Ask
Go
a
your
question. Ask a question.
okay. Because here's my thing. Like I said, I haven't watched Hunter x Hunter, and I'm more than likely I'm probably never because I know if I get caught up and then they never come back over to another chapter, I'm gonna be mad. But here's my question, just with these two characters, because I don't know.
Oh, you go get mad.
Okay. Because I'm thinking about Cell's abilities and powers, right?
Right.
I don't know who's like the better technical fighter or brawler. And like I said, if you're taking power levels out of it, I don't know what type of skills the other character has, but Goku has a lot of talent. Like he has Goku's martial arts skills. He has Vegeta's martial arts power skills. He has Frieza's maybe powers and fighting ability and skills as well. So I'm not sure what type of. Yeah, I'm just doing hypotheticals.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Like I don't know.
About the fact that he got Frieza's powers.
I mean, that's what he Cell said. He's an amalgamation of the people who was the sort that the Reverend Army got. Frieza, his dad, Goku, Vegeta. He didn't get Trunks. He doesn't have any Trunks' ability. That's another what for another day too. If Dr. Zero did take Trunks cells as well, but
let's look at this. For those who've seen Hunter x Hunter up to that part,
yes, sir, I'm done. I'm all the way up.
Think about who Meruem trashed.
Bro, I got Meruem winning.
Meruem, if we compared them, and help me out with this vocab, if we compared them to DBZ characters,
okay,
the people that he beat. Let's start with the old man that the only person who could kill him. Netero.
Yeah.
Who would you compare him to in DBZ?
That's a good one.
Just so Rod can have an idea, like power lies.
All right, so Netero, I'll probably put Netero at maybe like Frieza base, like base Frieza.
You would put him at base Frieza?
Okay.
Probably. What do you think?
I would say, I'm gonna combine them. Okay. Rod, go ahead.
Are we saying who we like put him as a class as, or are we saying like
power level?
His fighting style as
power level.
Okay, it's hard for me to do power level.
No.
Like power level. Yeah, like power level.
So I would want to say I would say I'll put him on Super Saiyan level.
Super Saiyan level?
On just
base
like a base Super Saiyan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Complete Super Saiyan, not Frieza versus Frieza Super Saiyan.
No, yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah. I can see that.
Now take that. I would take that and I would add. Have you seen Sengoku in One Piece? The Buddha?
Rod, right?
Yeah, I'm just at Fisherman's Island. That's where I'm at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, remember, Rod is only at Fisherman's Island.
Okay,
he just started coming like into the One Piece.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like I've been watching.
I didn't know if he had seen the Buddha yet.
Yeah, I haven't got to the time skip, so I know I'm a long way away. I'm like on 375.
I couldn't remember when the earliest that he's one of the Marines. He's like the head Marine, and he's got this giant Buddha statue that he fights with. I was trying to see if you had seen that yet.
Right.
What about Naruto?
Who are you comparing him to?
Meruem.
Naruto, I'm at the Boruto, so I mean, if you can compare him to him. If you can compare it to like a Naruto character,
Hashirama,
okay,
Hashirama. Yeah, we could do
Hashirama ultimate move.
Hashirama's Buddha.
Okay.
Yes.
That's Netero.
Definitely.
Ooh.
Yeah, Netero is about Hashirama.
Only faster and stronger.
Okay, so a little stronger than Hashirama. Okay.
Right. Yeah. And at the DBZ stuff that they were talking about.
Okay, so we're talking like a DBZ level Hashirama. Okay.
Yeah.
Basically.
Super Saiyan Hashirama.
Okay. Yeah. If that's the case, That's a closer matchup than that's a close matchup. If you're
And
that's a
that's
close
the
matchup.
first person who kills.
That's a very close matchup. If
Right.
it's that if I'm doing that comparison, because a lot of the high end Naruto characters like Hashirama, Madara,
Right.
a lot of them are like Saiyan Saga level. Let's keep it a buck.
Exactly.
Even Naruto and Sasuke at their peaks, Saiyan level,
Right.
Saiyan Saga. Nobody's a planet buster, which a lot of Naruto fanboys don't want to admit, but that's a story for
Yeah,
another
we
They're
day.
ain't gonna
not,
get.
but
That's
yeah,
another right.
it's true.
That's another story for another day. But if going by that comparison, if that Hunter x Hunter character is about a Super Saiyan Hashirama compared to Cell, that's a closer matchup than I would probably think. It's probably one of those where it's maybe like 6 times out of 10 one character would win. I'm not sure if I'm
I can see
if
that.
Right.
I can see that.
Right.
I can see
I
that.
agree. I agree. Now
like
I'm
it's
gonna
gonna
add
be
you one more stop to it. I'm gonna add one more step to it. The
okay.
only reason the Hashirama character won was because Meruem kept stopping the fight and asking him to talk to him.
Oh, getting sidetracked. Okay.
He was like, I need some information. They basically are ants that have evolved into humanoid
They're
intelligent
chimeras.
beings. And he is
Like
the
falling
king of
by
the
like
ants,
a
basically.
Yeah,
okay,
they're
King of the
chimeras.
Ant.
They're chimeras. They're
Okay,
like
so
Yeah.
King of the
powerful
Ant.
ass chimeras.
All right, so
Right.
he's like an ant. So he's like an Ant King, Super Saiyan,
So
Hashirama.
think of
Okay.
add an
Right.
ant's
With the
abilities to that as
intelligence,
well.
though. With the intelligence.
Same strength with ants. Cause I know ants they can do like what 10 times strength. They can lift 10 times
Right.
their weight.
So that's on top
Yes.
of all of that.
Yep.
So that's what a 60 times multiplier. Because Super
Right.
Saiyan's a 50 times multiplier.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Cell
like that? I
supposedly
feel you.
should be about a Super Saiyan 2.
Right.
That's a close fight. I think
That's a close fight.
it's a 6 out of 10. It's definitely a 6 out of 10. It's a 6 out of 10. It's a 6-4
Yeah.
matchup. If
Yeah.
you're on 10 matches, it's
I
six
can
to
see
four
it.
if that's the
Yeah,
Oh,
for
case.
sure.
and they both can their tails do the same thing.
Oh,
Yeah, they both
that's
have that.
like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
changes things. So pretty much,
Because Perfect
God,
Cell
if you
can't do
if
it anymore. He
that's
still can.
right, that's right. Ooh, that's a good point. So that means that other dude could absorb. Wait, that's
He can
Yeah.
scary.
absorb Cell.
Yep.
That's scary.
That's why I
That's
got
like
Meruem.
Right.
That's why I got Meruem.
that. That's scary. That's like
Yeah.
that's like when Deathmatch did Kirby versus Majin Buu, and I was like, wait a minute, Kirby absorbing Majin Buu sounds hella scary. That's a,
That
Exactly.
is very scary.
That's extremely scary.
that like that is one like if people talk about scary fusions, Kirby and Majin Buu is a bad. No, I can't think of many characters that can beat that fusion of
Yeah,
Kirby and
nah,
Majin
that's a
Buu.
whole
Definitely.
problem.
Yeah, that's
That
Don't
crazy.
forget Ditto.
Ditto. Yeah.
you know what? Yeah, Diddle could copy them. That's true. Damn, that is true.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Man, think about Ditto. But Pokemon power scaling, that's a whole different animal right there.
That is a different animal.
That
That's
is
facts.
that is.
Well,
That's
hold on,
facts.
hold on. With Pokemon power scaling, there's at least math.
True. True. Okay, so next week, one of the topics we're going to talk about is the entire conversation of power scaling. How should it
I'm
be
with it.
done effectively to have a good conversation? Because this what we just did right here is how power scaling conversations should go,
Facts.
in my opinion. You
I
know,
can see
you
that.
get a character, what would they equate to in that universe? From
Can
their
I
own
say-
universe. You know what I mean?
I got
You were
something,
able to
I
say,
got
okay,
something.
Hashirama, though not a planet breaker, would still have the abilities of an SS2. You know what I'm saying? Or SS1 base plus X, Y, and Z. And being able to objectively see those types of things. So I think we should really have a conversation about that because people, that whole, this versus this verse thing, you have to have some type of equality in there and then go from there. You know, and I think we should break that down probably next week. So if y'all
Oh,
down
that's a
for
good
that,
idea.
all right, we'll throw that in.
Before next week, I had this conversation the other day. We was talking about Bleach and how the power scaling is kind of wonky, and I was like, Dragon Ball Z is just as bad. I was like, no, Dragon Ball scale is so inconsistent that it's consistent.
It's
Think about that.
That's a good point.
That is actually true.
I can definitely see that for sure.
Wow.
That's scary. That's scary accurate. But like I said, if you can compare it to other series, like Dragon Ball is probably a good example power scaling wise, because you have your Planet Buster, you have the Galaxy Busters, you have your Universe Busters. So it's kind of like a good to kind of get a measuring stick. Like, let's use a modern anime. Like I said, I'll probably bring this up again next week, but let's go with a newer anime.
Y'all just had a driver leave.
Let's go.
I got milk.
Yeah, let's go with. Yeah, let's go to My Hero Academia. Here's a quick question: is anyone in My Hero Academia a Planet Buster?
I have the store 1596. 3.
No. Yes.
Wait, say what? Say it again.
Is anybody could be a Planet Buster in My Hero Academia?
Todoroki is busting planets, man.
Todoroki, I can see doing it based on his abilities.
Right.
Yeah.
Based on his abilities, because of the hot and cold thing and science.
What was the question? I missed the
yes,
question.
I can see that happening.
Okay. Is there anybody in My Hero Academia that's a planet that can destroy a planet? Is there anybody currently?
No. Currently, no. Shigaraki.
Y'all about to say Shigaraki.
Oh yeah, that's more of his ability.
Mm-hmm.
That's more his ability, especially in the manga. But
I mean, he can't live. He wouldn't live afterwards.
That's
but
off one can prime off one.
Also, what the fuck? Hold on, let me look. I gotta look it up for the name because I can't remember.
Yeah, it's not an exact measure for Prime All Might. I know some people think he's a Planet Buster, maybe a Galaxy Buster.
That's like saying, okay, honestly, I think this conversation is one that we should have when we go really into it, because I
just want this up there. Let's say this for next week. Yeah, that's just a little sneak preview. I was just like, but when going power scaling, I think some of the newer cats too, because I know people will be like, this series and that series.
We'll throw them newer ones in there. We'll throw them in. All right, so
I can't remember the person name, but the person that make the black holes, bro. That's another.
Warp.
Yeah, that's a Planet Buster, bro. Motherfuckers is making black holes, bro.
Yeah, but I don't think he doesn't have the ability to make one that big right now, because he was already having issues making the size that he was making.
And he's not real.
He's not real.
That's a spoiler.
Yeah, no.
Remember,
we're not talking mega shit though. We not talking.
My bad. I was just saying, like,
that's a spoiler.
Right.
That's a My Hero spoiler. I mean, maybe the anime only didn't catch it, but that's a spoiler.
You gotta remember, we talking for the anime only. Bro.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Trust me, that's why I've been very careful with Dragon Ball.
Right. Exactly.
Look, we're talking to everybody, so. Yeah.
Oh, are we?
We'll try our best for our viewers. We will try our best not to spoil things.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if we're talking leaders, that's different.
If it slips, it happens. But like I said,
slip out.
If we,
that means you need to go start reading manga.
Right. It's because that's a different conversation.
It's a different breed.
I apologize for spoiling if I spoiled it.
It's okay. It's gonna be 3 years before we get a new season anyway, so we can.
Well, no, that was recognized in this season.
Oh yeah.
I know, that's why I said it's a semi-spoiler. I don't think people caught it. Yeah. Season 5 of My Hero, like, that was a subtle spoiler.
Like, if you wasn't really paying attention, you could have watched.
You would have missed it easy.
Yeah,
yep.
So,
yeah, if you're not a person who pays attention to it, you would have missed it easily.
Yep.
Yes.
That's why season 6 is going to be people are going to get caught slipping with season 6.
Exactly.
So. Oh yeah, they're gonna be slipping completely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because people gonna be mad about season 6. I can say because I know I saw the comment people like, oh, season 5 is boring. It's like, oh
no.
I like.
I saw that in a lot of anime groups. People like season 5 was whack. It's boring.
I like season 5. Bro.
So this is what I have to say to that.
It was like
this is that same conversation as people who like have issues with fillers. Remember we were talking about filler episodes?
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a filler episode to me. You want a story, you want backstory, you want in-depth connection to a person, but you don't want filler.
It makes
nothing is filler. It's history.
It's lore building.
It's lore building. Thank you. It's world building.
Hold on. With the filler say, the only time I consider it's a filler when it's non-canon.
I feel that.
Okay, I can respect that.
Yeah.
Okay, I can respect that.
Okay, like some of the Naruto movies or episodes that we never hear about, I can think of one off the top when it was that filler arc where he met the guy that had remnants of the nine-tailed chakra or whatever, and they never spoke about it again.
So
it didn't help the story. It didn't. It wasn't no character development and none of that.
It was filler.
But
wait, which one? The one with Asuma or the other one with the or was I haven't watched the Naruto movies, but you're not thinking about
It wasn't a movie. It was actually art, a little short art.
Yeah, it was
they went to a village on a mission, and the guy arm was transformed because he had remnants.
Oh, the Sora arc. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I thought you were talking about that arc. No, I thought that was kind of good because you got some backstory on Asuma before he died. So I wouldn't consider that filler. That's just me, because I didn't like the way. I didn't like the way Asuma died in the manga. I'm like, wait, that just came out of left field. Like
Asuma shouldn't have died.
It did come out of left
field. Put it that way.
The anime kind of set that up a little bit better.
Yeah.
Well, if Asuma shouldn't die, I think Neji shouldn't have died.
Bro, nobody want Neji to die.
We're not talking about deaths on this show right now. We're not talking about the deaths today.
Not the deaths, no.
Not today.
Not today, no. Yeah, say that for when we're doing the debate. But
we'll do a debate on most important deaths of anime.
That's gonna be a crying ass episode.
That is gonna be a tearjerker. I'm gonna make sure I have clips.
Yeah, someone gonna have Fantasia tears off that one.
Right.
I already know. I'm not even gonna have one. I'm just a whole anime.
Clips for all of them. Make y'all watch all of them over again.
No, don't
do that.
I don't want no.
I was talking about like best or just satisfying deaths. That's a whole nother story. I got my favorite satisfying
clips.
We'll mix them in.
I will cry for every one of them.
All right, my hint for my favorite one is.
What favorite? What?
Most satisfying anime death.
Oh shit! Come on, bro. Are we doing this? Are we doing
That's a hint. Those who know that series know what that is.
Old girl with the teddy bear from Akame got killed.
Which one though? Because everybody dead. Ooh, my bad.
Old girl with the teddy bear.
He said because everybody. I mean, oops, my bad.
Damn.
Because listen, Akame got killed is so old. I'm like, nah, it's not a spoiler, but there are.
But you gotta realize it's so old. It's new.
Hey, hold on, Voqah. My wife hasn't watched it yet, and I know
that's
she
what I just said. That's what I just said. There's new anime watchers that might not have seen it. So yeah. I'm sorry, y'all just close your ears.
Yeah, but that's my hint. That's my hint for most satisfying anime death. If you know what series that's from, you get it.
Wow. Say it again.
Yeah, I'll do. The hint is this.
Oh.
If you know what series that is, that is a satisfying death.
Oh, in the chat, if y'all watching this and you know who it is, comment it below.
Yes,
definitely.
Yes, please.
That.
If you know.
Just so we can see who our anime heads are.
We might try to do a giveaway. We're gonna give away one of
Voqah.
We will do a giveaway. We will do a giveaway. I don't know what we'll do yet, but we will do a giveaway. If for everybody who gets it in the comments.
Facts. Oh, that was
not everybody. The first
one. That was a good one.
We'll do if everybody gets it right, we'll do a drawing.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's how you do a subtle hit. That's how you do a subtle hit.
That's crazy.
I like how all of a sudden the hint was like,
ooh.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Oh, thanks though. God, let me think. I gotta think, man, because this.
All right.
If you know that, if you've been that far in that series, you know it, and it's just like,
most satisfying in death.
That's something to think about. That's my answer, and that's my hint.
I like that one though.
So we're gonna switch it up. I got another versus for y'all.
All right,
okay.
Yeah, because I can't think about this right now.
You keep thinking about that. I got another versus for you. Here's versus number 2.
Was that Godzilla?
Right, I was gonna say that looked like Godzilla.
Yes.
Godzilla versus Mega Kaiju.
Ooh.
So for those who have seen Pacific Rim,
isn't Godzilla technically a kaiju?
That's
he is a type of kaiju.
Yeah.
So for those who watch Pacific Rim, the second one, where the kaiju merged together to become a Godzilla-like creature.
See, I don't know. I don't know because, like I told you the other day, Panda, I didn't like Pacific Rim. I didn't like it. So.
You know what? I think I'd give it to Godzilla, and I'm just because it's pretty hard to take out Godzilla. He's a hard person. He's a tough one. That's a tough one.
I gotta give it to Godzilla too.
Godzilla?
Of knowing Godzilla and off bias too, because
Yeah.
Okay.
I
think Godzilla takes this one. If I'm not mistaken,
plus we coming off watching him beat the shit out of King Kong.
Yo, I was bad about that. I thought King Kong had a chance. I thought they had a chance before I saw the movie. I'm like, King Kong might pull him upset.
I had King Kong doing some damage. I was like, Godzilla might take it in the end, but I was like, King Kong gonna put up a fight, bro. It was not even close.
I thought it'd be at least like a Jason versus Freddy fight at least.
Right. I was like, man. I said, yo, they did my nigga King Kong.
They did King Kong dirty. I don't care nobody
said my nigga dirty, bro.
Okay, so you thought that was dirty, right? So we're saying Godzilla's taking this one.
Yeah,
no diff.
Yeah.
No diff. He's melting them apart again and boiling them down.
Right.
All right. This next one, since we're talking about, King Kong.
Right.
Let's try this.
Let me see what you talk about.
Yeah, let's see if it comes up on the Summer Jam screen here.
Mm-hmm. Summer Jam. Oh, these niggas. Oh, I saw this shit earlier, bro.
I saw this earlier today, and I had to pull it up.
See, now...
Technically, the Hulk wins.
If you look close, you see Tony in this nigga's hand.
You do.
I said Hulk gonna win just because this nigga holding Tony like that. That shit gonna set him off. That shit gonna set him off.
I would say that, except for the fact that I know why Hulk wasn't on the planet for Civil War.
Exactly. That's what I'm about to say. I was just about to say that.
Yeah. So for those who know, and we're not talking about the MCU currently,
we're
talking about comically.
Comics.
For those who know why the Hulk was not there for Civil War, you understand why him dangling Iron Man has no bearing on whether or not Hulk gonna fight this man.
Right.
Oh, we're going with the comic Hulk. We're going comic Hulk on this one. Okay.
Comic Hulk. Yes.
Are we going with recent comics revelations about the Hulk?
Pick your version.
Okay.
I'll let you pick your version.
I'm going with, if I know the most recent Hulk stuff, I'm going Hulk because technically what happened in his recent run in comics, that's gonna just be my main reason. I don't want to spoil him.
He's wilding in the most recent shit. They were kind of OP'd him a little bit.
Worldbreaker Hulk is murdering Goku.
Right. Yeah,
I'm throwing it out there.
Right.
Anybody can come fight me. Anybody.
So
Goku's not as strong as people admit. Goku is not as strong as people want to say he is. It took me a while to come around to that Sailor Moon Goku argument. I tell you that much. I had to think about
that Sailor Moon argument. That's a whole beast. Like,
because I was thinking,
what did you come to though? What did you?
Because I always, my honest opinion, I thought Sailor Moon was a glass cannon. So honestly, my mind got changed. I still
got Sailor Moon. Bro.
Yeah, Sailor Moon all day.
Yeah, Sailor Moon. Yeah, I thought Goku at first because I'm thinking Sailor Moon's a glass cannon because she always needed time to set up her most powerful attacks. So I always thought of her as a glass cannon. So, but like I said, my mind was changed. But if we're going Hulk versus King Kong, it has to be the Hulk, no matter which version.
No matter what version.
I gotta go Hulk.
No, maybe MCU Hulk. Maybe I'm not sure, but
MCU movie Hulk. Lose it.
Ed Norton Hulk will murder him.
Okay.
It'll take a while. It'll take a while.
Hold on. What's the
It's a war of attrition.
It's Hulk versus King Kong.
Hulk versus Kong.
Hulk versus Kong.
If we're going with current comic Hulk, forget about it.
Yeah, more comic.
Oh yeah.
Forget
Comic
about
Hulk
it.
definitely.
If
World
we're
Breaker Hulk
talking,
is definitely a whole thing.
that's a Mark. Yeah, Wall Breaker, definitely. I can definitely see that.
Maestro,
Definitely.
yeah, that's a wash.
That's a more experience, and that's an older experience. Or like we were talking about GT earlier. That's an older experienced warrior.
Fix It would lose, I think.
Yeah, because he's not as strong. He's just
I
he's
think
more
Joe Fix It
intelligent.
would lose. Yeah.
Greyhawk will probably lose.
Yeah. Anyone who can't, any version of him that does not grow with anger will lose.
Red Hawk will probably be a very interesting match.
Red Hawk would be an interesting one.
Depending on who's Red Hawk. That's those who know that one also. That's another.
All right, what about Amadeus?
I don't think he's experienced enough as a Hulk to take him.
Okay.
I don't think he has enough experience with the powers, honestly. I think Kong takes him just because of inexperience.
Just inexperience? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, here's my question. This was always my question with Kong versus Godzilla. They always say he's like a teen. He's not his full size. He's not full grown.
Okay, I never heard of that before. That's a new one on me.
If you watch the movie, the throne that he was sitting in, the throne was clearly bigger than him.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like, they
so
made sure to depict
grown.
that. He's nowhere near fully grown. So,
wait a minute now. If that's the case, maybe Amadeus might have a better shot. Because I mean, if it's a team versus a team, that changes things a little bit there.
Ideology-wise, right.
That does change
things. But I'm
things.
just thinking, how big would he be full grown?
Maybe twice the size? I don't know. That's a good question.
You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. King Kong, as in, let me put it this way, Congo version of King Kong. White ape version of King Kong. That old. He would be massive. Like, if you think about Rampage, how they had the I forget, was it George? I forget his name. In Rampage, the movie with The Rock.
Oh yeah, I think it's George. I think you may be right. I think George is the ape, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So as big as he was, think about how big he got in that movie, right?
Okay.
That seemed the size that they made King Kong.
Okay.
Roughly, right?
Right.
So if he's growing that way and he's just a teen, we know he has to have at least a double in size at minimum.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, probably as big as maybe some of them Titans on Attack on Titan. Probably, size wise.
It would have to be bigger than that. Because think about it, the Titans in Attack on Titan barely, the biggest ones, barely came over the wall, except for the Colossal.
That's what I'm thinking. He probably is maybe as big as a Colossal.
He would have to be. So think about a Titan. Okay, an armored Titan the size of the Colossal Titan.
Oh God, that's scary.
That's
scary.
what an adult King Kong would look like. With that level of agility.
Yeah, that's one as big as King Kong is. He is very agile. That's a true fact.
That's a dangerous creature.
Yeah, Hulk is fast and he can be agile too, but that's a different level of speed. That is definitely a different level. That's a very different level of speed.
Now let's add in Godzilla. We don't know his age. If we're assuming they're the same age, reptiles grow to the size of their environment, and the ocean is expansive.
True, ain't no law to say Godzilla can be even more massive and giant. You got a point there.
Right.
That's a very good question.
So thinking about the way they did the storyline for King Kong versus Godzilla, where they opened up that underworld area for King Kong, and clearly this world is ran by a bunch of King Kongs, right? It was that was their realm.
Right. That's the way they were setting it up. True.
How big are they saying the Earth is?
Definitely not ours. Maybe bigger than ours. Maybe twice the size.
Right.
Triple the size.
Right. Or did they go through a portal that warped them to another dimension?
Also a possibility. That's also a possibility there.
So just, you know what I'm saying? Just stuff to think about. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, there's a lot of X factors there. I mean, if you're thinking like I mentioned earlier, if you're going with the current canonical Hulk wins. Like that's
right off top.
But we're going other iterations of Hulk. Then it's another story. Like I said, Red Hulk will be heck. Even She-Hulk might be interesting too in a situation.
I don't know if She-Hulk would make it.
It'd be an interesting matchup.
Oh yeah, Team Kong. I think she'd have a chance ish.
Yeah, because if this is just a teen version of King Kong and not a fully grown King Kong, that's what I was mentioning when Amadeus earlier. I'm like inexperienced because he's not. That's what because I thought that was a fully grown Kong when you first said that.
Yeah.
But if this is a teen Kong and using and Amadeus is probably one of the weaker Hulks anyway. Probably one of the weaker.
He's one of the smarter ones, but
he's
one of the weaker.
He's not as smart. He's probably not as smart as Joe Fixit, but he's definitely stronger than Joe Fixit.
Yeah.
He's probably somewhere in the middle between Joe Fixit and maybe regular Hulk. He's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
He's somewhere in the middle. He might have a shot.
Well,
he has a punch
my understanding, he's the smartest of them all.
Okay.
I think Amadeus is the smartest of all of them, intellect-wise. But strength-wise, I think you're right as far as where he falls.
He's somewhere. He's somewhere in the middle because Amadeus got the Hulk powers when they rebooted Marvel after Secret Wars.
Right.
And then I forgot. I think he gave up the powers on because I was reading the Champions comic books, and then work got in the way, and I just stopped collecting the comic books. Champions was a good. Yeah, Champions was a good run, especially when they started adding Riri and Miss Marvel. That book was taking off too. That book was getting good. Yeah. When they added Riri and Miss Marvel. But getting back to this conversation with Hulk and King Kong, like current comic book Hulk destroys Kong. It was just outlasting.
Oh yeah.
Now World War Hulk, that's a more agitated and more angered Hulk. This is where I think it's close. I think Hulk can overpower him, but can King Kong outlast him? That's the thing. It will probably
Kong
come down
can't
to
regenerate. So that's a no-go. I think that's a no-go. Kong can't regenerate.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't have regenerative abilities. That's true.
And we all know Hulk will. You know what I'm saying? You give him 5 minutes.
We're going World War Hulk. Yeah. He might only need 2 minutes to beat Hulk.
Right. He's going to take a kneecap out and call it a day.
Yeah, he might beat him as bad as. Hate to bring Attack on Titan back up again, but I'm thinking Levi versus that certain Titan, if you know what I mean.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It might be that type of fight.
It might be.
Levi versus the Beast Titan. That might be a remix of that one if you think about it.
Right.
That one. Yeah. Now that's scary. Hulk with Titan armor. Now that wait a minute.
Think about that. Like either one, but that size of a creature.
Yeah, you going like Hulk can take. Yeah, like he's gonna be fast, but
hey, a question.
Yeah,
since he's doing versus.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You said Full Metal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You remove that.
The no move?
Yeah.
The black one, the first one, yeah.
Yeah. Now
Hardy, you broke up versus who?
Hold up. That Namu versus Sloth from Fullmetal Alchemist.
Sloth. Ooh.
Can you hear me?
Ooh, which novel? The high functioning Nomu or
the very first one?
The first one. The first one that went.
The black one that came in and fought All Might.
Oh, from season 1. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sloth. Low
Ooh,
diff.
that is a. I think the Nomu
Sloth,
wins
low diff.
because Sloth's strong, but he just doesn't like doing anything. Everything
Sloth is
annoys
going
the
to eat
hell.
it.
True. He might just
You
eat it
can't
and call
stop
it.
somebody that's going to eat you. You just can't.
True. Look at Gluttony. When he had his eyes set on somebody he wanted to eat, game over. That's someone you don't want to face hungry. And the Seneca's bar will not help in that situation.
I'm tripping. I'm thinking Gluttony. My bad. You said Sloth. I'm tripping. You said I was thinking Gluttony.
No, if you're going Sloth versus season 1 Nomu from My Hero, I give it to I think I give it to Nomu because I feel like Sloth would just he didn't want to live anyways. He was kind of semi-suicidal anyway, so anything that could kill him, he probably let him kill him.
I mean, yeah, no, Sloth hand to hand, Sloth would lose.
I mean, Sloth is pretty much like the Fullmetal Alchemist version of Juggernaut in a lot of ways, if you think about it. Like once he moves, he moves. Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to remember who beat him.
Right.
Armstrong took him down.
Yeah, that was a good fight too. Whew, that was a good fight too. I gotta go back and rewatch that fight.
Now Armstrong versus the Nomu.
I think he'll
that would be a different conversation.
I think he'll All Might.
That would probably. No, he probably would just like Endeavor beat the high function in Nomu. Probably I almost say just like that. Armstrong just hits another level and wins.
Yep.
All right, I'm back.
It'd probably end up exactly that way. Probably just.
What are you talking about? What's the question?
Okay, we got a versus matchup here. We got the first Nomu from the end of season 1 of My Hero versus Armstrong from Fullmetal Alchemist.
The first one.
The first
one.
The
first one that fought All Might.
The one that fought All Might.
Yeah.
In the USJ incident. That one. That Nomu versus Armstrong. We had him against Sloth and Gluttony, but now we pivoted over to Armstrong.
You put him against Gluttony. Gluttony wasn't even a conversation.
Yeah, that was my fault.
No,
I
had a feeling he had the Sloth and Gluttony mixed up. I had a feeling he had them mixed up.
I might have to still go Nomu.
You going Nomu?
I might have to.
Okay.
We talking about the one that fought All Might, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. I might.
Yeah, I'm going Armstrong.
He was holding his own, bro, with All Might. So,
and that was a half injured, half weakened All Might on top of that.
Right.
Remember what he said? He said back in the day, 3 punches would have destroyed that thing for him.
That's fact.
Right. That's why I say Armstrong.
Yeah, think about the fact that it was a half weak All Might
weak version of All Might. Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to go Armstrong.
Yeah.
Just off the strength of that All Might wasn't at full capacity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And a full body Armstrong could probably be comparable to maybe a full strength All Might if you made it.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So
right.
That's true. True shit.
Okay, so now that we got y'all back in here, I want to ask y'all a question. This is gonna show your age, so I apologize ahead of time.
Come on, man. We old. Shut up.
Yeah, we old. We know.
Y'all remember the 90s. Okay. And there was an era of movies that was amazing. I'm talking Titan AE.
Are you talking about 90s Black Art?
Titan AE.
My God.
Treasure Planet. Atlantis. The graphics of the movies in that era, they just ghosted. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And the movies were great, but then it just went crazy. They just left. Mm-hmm. So I have a comparison, and I would like to know you all's thoughts on it. And this is what it is. I feel, and I saw this before, and I think this is true, Atlantis has deep roots in the Avatar world.
Okay. I see
And
it.
I'm gonna show you a couple different pictures side by sides of Atlantis and Avatar, and then you all tell me what you think.
I mean, based on these pictures, yeah, obviously the similarities is uncanny.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, if you're going comparison wise, okay.
Look, based on these images, look.
I mean, Avatar did come out years later after Atlantis, if I am not 100% mistaken.
Yeah, so they can easily, take inspiration
Easily.
And like what was I watching? Yeah, I can see what you're saying there.
Most definitely.
The closeness of some of these though is like.
All right, wait. Let's take a pause real quick. Go back to that last one.
Go back to the last one.
Yeah, not that one. The last one.
The one before that.
Yeah, that one right there.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me just stop real quick and bless
Rodriguez. Michelle is an amazing woman.
Michelle Rodriguez.
Oh my gosh. That you can't have mine. Back off.
Listen, they lucky the viewers can't see the camera because
Alrighty then.
Listen, Michelle. Oh Jesus.
Michelle is an amazing actress. I love everything she's in. Everything.
She fine as hell too.
And that's not even a question.
Jesus, lady.
Not even a question, bruh.
Yep, no lie there.
Okay.
You be lying. If she said she wasn't attracted. That's a
right.
Some cold lie.
All right, continue.
Okay.
And then
I definitely see
the last one here.
Though, for sure.
Yeah, I see it. I wouldn't even thought of that. I wouldn't even thought comparing the two.
Sure.
So, what are something else? What are some other shows or movies you can think of that are new? Because I found there's this trend of they keep bringing stuff back, and I understand that there's nothing new under the sun, but I know my personal imagination and the stories that I got coming out here in the next little bit, and it's nothing like anything that's out there right now. And I know other people have to have that as well.
Yeah,
right.
So what are some other things you think that are new that came out possibly from something else, before?
Are we going anime manga or are we just going in general?
We can go in general. All things nerdy.
Okay.
Funny enough, because I saw this earlier today, but I actually just watched this probably right before we did the show. Dune that just came out on HBO.
Oh, the new Dune.
Yeah.
I
was reading in one of my group chat. I mean, not one of my group chat. One of the Facebook groups I'm in, and someone said the Dune was like a big inspiration for Star Wars, and now I'm sitting thinking about it.
Yeah, it was
the original.
I didn't know that. I'm like, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, I can kind of see the Star Wars comparisons. I can kind of see it. When I saw it, I'm like, yeah, I can kind of see it a little bit there. Like, okay.
They compare it to the Rings too.
Yeah, true. That's like a whole different. That's a different formula, but also going with different formulas. I mean, shoot. I think we mentioned this last week. If not, I'm going to bring it up right here. A lot of the cop procedural shows in the '90s. If you think about it, like you had the Laws and Order, you had Homicide: Life on the Street, you had New York Undercover, you had SVU, which just did its 500 episode this week.
Surprisingly, still pushing,
still going.
Still going strong. That's a show that will not die. So much so that think about it, NBC's bringing the original one back, so they're gonna have another Law and Order franchise with 500 episodes probably. So that's gonna be interesting. But like a lot of the cop shows copy each other. I mean, then you had but a lot of this is under the same studios, and maybe that's why this is kind of leaking back in Dick Wolf. I mean, he does the Chicago shows, the FBI shows on CBS. That's all. Dick Wolf. I mean, New York Undercover with Dick Wolf, and I don't think a lot of people didn't even know that back in the day.
Most people had no clue. Nowadays, they have no clue.
Yeah, which surprised me. I'm like, man, he could have just put New York Undercover back on instead of the original Law and Order. But that's another argument for another day. But if you're going about other shows that have marketed each other. Let's go. I mean, even sitcoms, you can go all the way back to like the '70s. You can go from like,
yeah.
I mean, and we're also in an era now of.
I miss '90s sitcoms, bro.
That's why, yeah, '90s sitcoms were good. That's why I did like the Upshow show on Netflix.
Yeah,
And I told my girlfriend, I said, Upshows what '90s sitcoms would have been if they didn't have no censors. That's
facts.
Like I'm like I could if Martin or maybe even like a Wayne's Brothers came out on Netflix now without no censorship,
it would be a whole other ball game.
And people thought the Boondocks was problematic. But that's a
okay.
Yeah, but and now something else we're talking about things repeating themselves. We're also kind of in a new era of reboot continuations of shows.
Yeah.
Boruto. I mean, heck, you can throw Dragon Ball Super in there. The recent He-Man stuff that just came out on Netflix.
Yeah.
That's something else new. That's a new trend if you think about it.
Repetition, bro.
Yeah.
That's a new trend. People are letting stuff continue. Like Dragon Ball came back.
Yo, I just thought of something too, because you said that shit. He said all this shit is getting rebooted. Do y'all remember Reboot?
Yes. And do you remember the reboot of Reboot?
Yes.
That was horrible. I was so mad.
So bad.
Another continuation reboot, Animaniacs. That's about to come back out.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Is it really?
Yeah. They're bringing
season
back
2.
Animaniacs.
Don't mess it up because Animaniacs was there.
No, it was good. It was very meta. It's very meta.
Loved Animaniacs, bro.
The first season was very meta.
Whole series though.
It was.
Freakazoid, Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain, Tiny Toons.
Oh,
That's
I
my whole
saw some shit you posted too. You said Pinky and the Brain versus who you said?
Freakazoid.
No,
Freakazoid.
Panda. In our chat, you had said Pinky and the Brain versus somebody. Another duo, Cat Dog or some shit. Hold on.
I don't remember.
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. Hold on.
Okay.
Pinky and Brain.
Look it up and let me know.
Yeah.
Dexter and Dee Dee, maybe. I don't know. I'm just spitballing out there.
Oh, but hold on. But I have one for you like that. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this one in then. Since we doing that, y'all gonna flip on this one.
Okay.
Who is taking the dub? Who is taking the dub?
Wait, this is easy. This is easy for me.
Okay.
Bugs and Daffy, they have Toon Force. The end.
If they all had Toon Force.
This is who you had. You had Bugs and Daffy versus Pinky and the Brain.
I have had that one too.
That's
a whole different one.
That's what I was thinking about. First of all, Bugs and Daffy win in both of them. The Pinky and the Brain and the Stewie and
Brian.
Yeah, Stewie and Brian have more realism where Bugs and Daffy can pretty much do whatever they want. They have Toon Force, so
take the Toon Force out.
Take the Toon. Oh, that's another story.
Take out Toon Force.
I'm still giving it to them.
Just on mental.
Okay, we're just going straight skills, or we're going just straight skills and talents. Okay.
I'm still giving it to them.
You still giving Bugs and Daffy?
I don't know. I said I would.
Bugs.
I mean,
Bugs been around since 1936, nigga. He's still out here fucking niggas up. The nigga's almost 100 years old.
This is true.
That is true.
I literally just wrote a paper on Bugs Bunny, bro. You're not gonna get this, bro. Bugs been out here fucking Elmer Fudd and all them niggas up since 1936, nigga.
Now we're going by what's on the question here, which is one of the greatest caper.
Who's the greatest caper? If they was trying to rob somebody or pull something off, who's getting away with it?
I'm still giving it.
I think I go Bugs and Daffy. I think
Bugs and Daffy, bro.
I agree as well.
I think Bugs and Daffy takes it.
And for those who are in the watching,
the only thing
that
even helps Brian and Stewie is that they got the time machine, and that's it. Without that, they don't even have a chance. Bugs and Daffy.
Okay. And for those who think Brian and Stewie might be able to take it, leave us a chat. Leave us something in the comments. Right. Let us know.
Definitely.
Definitely. All right. So I got another funny one. I got another funny one. And this one. So we were talking about Tony Stark earlier, right?
Right.
And getting beat up by Kong.
Yeah.
Who actually is responsible for the loss during Infinity War?
You know who?
Out of these 4 people, who was
You know
actually
who?
the one responsible?
It's Star-Lord.
It's Star-Lord, easily.
Star-Lord, bro.
Are
He
you
didn't stick with
sure?
the script.
Question. It's not even a question. It's Star-Lord.
Star-Lord?
It's Star-Lord.
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord? Why do you say Star-Lord?
He didn't follow the plan.
How could it not be him, bro?
Okay.
He didn't follow the plan. It's that simple.
And look who
I'm
other
upset. I
people.
missed all the
Thor,
arguments now.
Scarlet Witch, and fucking Doctor Strange. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
How can any
Each
of them
one
be
of them,
more
though,
responsible than
but each
Star-Lord?
one of them had the ability to stop the war before everyone died.
That's facts. But Star-Lord is directly responsible for this nigga dying.
But they all would be, wouldn't they?
No.
I would kind of give Wanda a pass because she hadn't developed her powers yet. I kind of give her a pass.
All right.
Yeah, why would Wanda
she's
even
not
be
the
up
Scarlet
there?
Witch that we
Because
know now.
even though when she did do it, he reverted back time.
Okay. Now,
I mean,
I'm going to run through each one and tell you why.
Okay.
Number 1.
I'm listening.
We all know Star-Lord. Star-Lord is Star-Lord. He's an idiot. It is what it is.
He's an idiot. Facts.
He's a
Thor.
simp. He's a simp.
That too.
He's a simp.
He's definitely a simp.
Thor. If you took the man's head off in the first place, like a regular warrior, we wouldn't be in this situation.
I see that.
Okay.
Period.
I got an argument for that.
I see that.
Or his hand.
Right.
He can't snap without a hand.
But if he had the reality, couldn't he just put his hand back on himself anyway?
I mean, but if his arm falls off and somebody else grabs it, what you gonna do with that hand?
Okay.
I'm just saying. Like, you gotta get to the hand. You gotta remove the hand from the glove and then put your new hand in it. And that glove was made for that hand.
In Thor's defense, he's not Hawkeye, but he did hit the motherfucker on this land.
How did what?
He hit him, and he hit him in the shoulder/arm. Probably going for the hand. Just saying.
Okay, but you could have cut his hand off, or you could have slit his throat. You can't tell me, with the centuries of experience that man has fighting and beheading things, that he don't know how to do a clean cut on somebody's neck. There's no way.
Well,
and he was being held still.
He did, but I'm gonna say this strictly because I know of Thor's character. He had to say something to Thanos before he killed him. That was the whole premise of him hitting him like that, so he could say his last words and kill him. But it just wasn't at the right spot.
I respect that. Then cut his hand off. Then talk your shit.
I don't know. Because then he. But then who's to say he?
If the glove only fits one hand, it's a right hand. You cut that right hand off, he can't put the right hand glove on the left hand.
True, that is true.
It's a metal glove.
Right, but
it's
maybe
not
you
bending
didn't
backward.
think about that though.
That's what I'm saying.
Knew what he was supposed to do and fucked it up.
How did everyone knew what they were supposed to do? Kill Thanos.
Okay, yeah, but cut Thanos' head off, hand off or head off wasn't directly
part of the plan.
Star-Lord was like, "Oh, that's the plan. I'm gonna do this." Like, come on, bro.
I still say Thor has a very convincing reason that he should be up there.
I mean,
he could have stopped.
I get the point. I get the point for sure.
Yeah, me too.
I get the point for sure. And
let's go to Wanda.
You can say that because he didn't do that, it led to Tony's death. However,
yeah, say Wanda because I'm trying to figure this out because she didn't have her power developed, so I would give her a pass just because of that.
I can respect that. She was in the tower pulling the diamond out. The entire time, We all know she had enough power to blow the gem. It clearly says she had enough power to blow the gem. And she didn't take it because she was simping over Vision, over a robot.
That's her nigga though.
Yep.
But that's the same pass that Star-Lord would have then.
No, because he ain't fuck up just because of.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that was the reason.
Because he's him.
No. He screwed up because he talked about the Soul Stone and her dying. That was why he stopped.
And because he's him, bro. He's stupid. Period.
I get that. But the same situation is the same thing Wanda did. You can't give her a pass and not give him a pass.
Because he's Star-Lord. How many times you seen Wanda fuck up?
Most of the time. Because normally she ain't doing nothing. Let's be real.
But is that
unless you go comic book, she's normally not doing anything.
You can't fuck up though if you ain't doing nothing. You just chilling.
When you have that much power, you fucked up just because you didn't do nothing.
I mean,
we could have stopped this whole thing before we started because you want to sit in the back.
That's like you saying because I stood there and watched Rod beat your ass that I'm responsible for you getting your ass beat. No.
But if you could have stopped me from getting my ass beat beforehand, and you like, man,
I got an argument. I got an argument though. But with all in all, with all this happening, the person who is most at fault would still have to be Star-Lord because in chronological order, it was Star-Lord first. They had it. They had the gauntlet. They would have took the gauntlet.
They didn't though.
Huh?
But they didn't have it.
I'm just saying, like, if he didn't wake him up, they would have had it.
I can respect that.
And after they took the gauntlet, he could have beat his ass.
True.
Whatever he wanted to do him after they got the gauntlet.
I agree. I'm not saying I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. I'm just saying I think there are other individuals who should be wearing the same mantle as him.
All I'm saying is
because of that.
Dead.
Well, he has the crown. He's the king.
Right. He's the number one.
Why not Strange then?
He the number one draft.
Strange.
Why Strange?
Yeah. I've been trying to figure that one out.
Wait. Because Strange knew Star-Lord might do that.
So if you saw it, why didn't you get him out of the plan?
Because Strange said he went through what, like 5 million
all of
options?
Them.
14 million to be exact.
14 million, and this was the only one that worked.
It's him giving him the stone. First off, you handed him the stone. We're not gonna go into that.
I'm just saying, but if that's the only,
skip that part?
If he went through 14 million and this the only one where they could win, you gonna follow the shit that they could win.
So my question though is, if you saw him screwing up, why didn't you put something in place to stop him from screwing up?
Because then it's not the same option as what he saw.
Exactly.
If you alter it, then it's not the same thing.
So here's my thing. I got to pin in that. Think about it like this. What if they made a series to where we can see all the ways that Dr. Strange saw what happened? So we would
that would be sick.
That's too much. It's 14 million.
Yeah, I know, but like if you pick some amount, that would be legit.
I mean, yeah, it'd be.
You could probably do like 20.
Yeah,
20, 30.
But here's my thing. I want to know what if he wouldn't have if they would have got the gauntlet off of Thanos, wouldn't that be better than going through what they went through?
To say that again.
I want to know if we saw when Star-Lord was gonna do that, and one of multiple timelines, he saw Star-Lord doing that. I want to know what would have been the fallout of them getting the gauntlet then. That's what I want to know. Because once they got the gauntlet, they have the stones. They could have beat Thanos. I don't think that.
True.
You're talking about it's only one option. That option right there, like it had to be something like drastic to happen, like with them not getting the gauntlet then for him to let that happen. and I would like to know. I feel like the world would like to know what that would have been like, and that would be a good ass series.
Had they got the gauntlet.
Yeah, had they got the gauntlet.
Yeah.
If Charlotte didn't fuck up then, like, of course, just watching that, thinking about all the things that could have happened. Like, let's say, okay, no matter what, that was gonna happen. Thanos was gonna wake up. Let's say we got it to where Thor cuts his head off. Like, I would like to know, like, what was so bad from all the other things happening to make the way it ended be the best way.
Oh, I think I got an answer, actually. I'm just thinking about this right now.
Go ahead.
If you go by the original plan, what if Starla got the gauntlet, he snapped to bring Gamora back, and that brought something else out?
Ooh.
Exactly. I would like to see that, though.
Right.
Yeah.
And going by maybe some of the Marvel What If anime, what if Starla got the gauntlet? He snapped to bring Gamora back, but then he also brought back every villain that was killed. Kind of like a reverse Dragon Ball type of
Everybody who ever died before the gym.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I got to put a pin in that. The reason why is because the fact of the matter, even with the gauntlet, he can't bring Gamora back. Gamora was killed for the Soul Stone. There's no way to bring her back.
Without getting rid of the Soul Stone. That's right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He snapped. He'll bring Gamora back and destroy the Soul Stone in the process. So then you lose one of the Infinity Gems anyway, because he would have brought Gamora back. That could also have a negative feedback.
Black Widow back.
Yep. But
how about fucking self-recognition, bro? How about Tony is the reason why Tony died?
I can respect that.
The nigga fucking made a conscious decision. This is what I'm about to do to save the rest of the world. And he did the shit, and it ended up with his ass dying.
Yeah, Tony didn't have to make that snap. It's so many other things he could have did. He could have used the
That's facts.
to beat Thanos.
He made a decision, bro. That's like if a motherfucker come to me and they like, yo, either you die or fucking Panda, Rod, and Jay die. Yo, and I'm like, no, fuck that, kill me, because that's saving 3 people versus 1 me.
Yeah.
I can't be like, oh, y'all should have jumped in. No, I made the decision to risk myself so that y'all can survive, bro. The man made a conscious, and Tony, you gotta remember, Tony is like one of the smartest niggas out of all of them, bro.
True, that's true.
He calculated shit. He was like, all right, this is the best. As we say as domino players, this was the best possible move, bro.
Yeah. Yep, that is true.
He said, this is the fucking least what's the word, consequences way. Right? If I sacrifice myself to get this nigga the fuck out of here, the world survives, bro.
That's kind of true. I mean, if you also think about it, I think Thanos broke Tony in more ways than one. That was a Tony. I think Tony at that point was just over it because he didn't even want to do no science of it anymore. They had to literally drag him by feet. They literally had to drag him to do this time travel idea. He was like, I'm done. I'm out of it. Thanos just showed me, like, you know what? I'm out this game. Like, I'm done. Like, whatever happens, happens. We lost half the universe. I mean, I don't care anymore.
Look, so I have a fucked up twist. So, you know when Tony's laying there, like, dying, right?
Right.
Let's say instead of Pepper being on, well, we say Pepper said what she had to say. Let's say Dr. Strange come up to Tony and said you was supposed to give it to Captain Marvel. She was the only one who could make the snap without getting hurt.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good point. That's probably a time. That's probably a timeline when that did happen.
True.
Because he could have easily jetted off.
Right.
Well, no, he was pretty tore up at that point, but you get the point.
Dr. Strange should have teleported him.
True.
Exactly.
That's true.
True.
Exactly. He got the power to do it.
He could have warped him over to her, and then she could have done it.
Right.
Not only Dr. Strange, the other people from I can't think of his name. Well, you know who trained Dr. Strange?
Yeah.
Oh,
anybody from that clan.
Yeah.
Anybody could have teleported him.
True, the Valkyries could have run him over there. There's a lot of different options. Maybe that was just Tony at that point knew that no matter what happened, someone had to make the snap. Someone had to do it. I mean, the Hulk tried and couldn't get it to work properly. And
he tried, he got it to work, but even in the little interview with the brothers, they said they had to make Hulk seem vulnerable to the powers of to explain why the Hulk lost to Thanos. They had to make it show like Thanos was stronger than the Hulk. That's the whole point of that.
Right.
Okay.
So that's why like Thanos beat the Hulk, then they turn around. The Hulk was strong enough to make a snap, but it hurt him so much.
So that's a whole nother piece that we probably will end up talking about another time. But the fact that the MCU, they changed what was to fit this new generation, I guess, or whatever reasons they came up with it.
But okay, so with that being said, this is to all the MCU fans or actually this is all the comic book fans. People have to understand this because it took me a while to get it. The MCU is taking from the comic book, retelling a story in their standpoint. It's not going to be 100% out the comic books.
And I get that. I get that. But there are certain things.
Don't understand that.
But there are certain things that I feel should not be tainted.
True.
For example, Thor Ragnarok was Planet Hulk. Period.
Pretty much.
It's trash.
That should have been Planet Hulk.
Get no lie for me. No lie there.
They already didn't have Hulk on planet for Civil War. Right? It was already done. They didn't do the tribunal. They didn't have to show that. It would have been great to see it. You know, when Tony voted to kick him off the island, basically.
Yeah.
And Black Panther was like, we will not go with you on this. We out.
Right.
He's like, because when this man comes back, and he will, because he always does,
right,
and tries to kill y'all, I don't want to hear nothing.
At all.
But the fact that they made Thor Ragnarok, they switched it and took it from Hulk, irks me. And like, that whole thing, he wouldn't have even been there for this.
Right.
So there would have been no reason to make him seem weak against Thanos. Because we all know, canonically, Hulk would tear Thanos apart.
Right.
Right.
So why make the strongest of them look weak for no reason when you have a storyline that already shows that he wouldn't have been there?
Another thing about the MCU that kind of bothers me is the quick also of all these major villains. They click off too many major villains.
They're killing them off, you said?
Yeah, I call them quick off because they killed them too quick.
Yeah.
Because you killed off two of the Black Panther's most notable bad guys, most notable villains.
Yeah.
In one movie. Which I feel like it's the way y'all could have did that. It's the way y'all could have did it.
True.
To keep the story going. But I understand, you know, it's their vision or whatever, what have you. But still, like, you kill off Killmonger and Claw in the same movie?
In the same one, yeah.
Yeah.
They could have extended it out to a second movie or something.
Definitely.
So,
hell, you could even split the first movie into two movies if you really wanted to do that.
They've done it before.
Awesome. Don't split it.
Because they definitely could have stretched it out more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But they also, knowing Chad's condition,
they probably did what they had to do to
make sure they got better for that. And that makes sense.
I'm happy.
In retrospect, it makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
Yo, rest in peace, Chad, man.
Definitely. That's a
legend, man.
All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I got one last piece that I want to throw at y'all.
Man.
All right.
One last piece. This one has to do with you were talking about Vegeta's speech earlier, right? And you're talking about epic speeches and anime and stuff like that. So I'm gonna throw this one at you, and you may not have seen this one yet, so it's a little bit of a spoiler. I apologize, Rod. I apologize.
This dude, I've seen him floating around.
He's not there for the speech, though. He's not at the point for the speech.
He's not at that point. But this is
Jay should have just got to the speech.
Epic speech. Epic speech. Pirates are evil. The Marines are righteous. These terms have changed through the history. Kids who have never seen peace and kids who have never seen war have different values.
That's facts.
Those who stand at the top determine what's wrong and what's right. Justice will prevail, you say. Of course it will. Whoever wins this war becomes justice.
Yep.
That's facts. That's no one there.
Bro, if you
the winning team
you didn't get there because you're
writes the history
from that arc. The speech, when you hear him say this, it resonates, bro. It's
so hard.
And you hate him up until the point that he makes a speech. You're like, yo, Flamingo. And he makes a speech, and it makes you do one of those, like, yo, he kind of got a point, bro. It's one of those, like.
Makes sense. It's very logical. That's a very logical speech.
It's completely logical. So if you want to change, if you want to be basically as the villain here,
right?
He's just saying, if you want to be right, win.
That's literally what he's saying, in simplest terms.
If we look at our history, human history, everything that is written in history was by those who, quote unquote, won.
Exactly. Slavery happened because the colonizers was able to get us.
True.
If they wasn't able to get us,
it wouldn't have been their history.
Right. Exactly. So
exactly.
They wouldn't have felt like they have the ability to write us out, which that whole thing that I just heard about was in and of itself.
Yeah.
Like the hell.
Yeah.
The fact that so many people have no clue about Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah. People didn't know about that till Lovecraft.
For those who don't know or who know, put it in the chat, put it in the comments. For those who know what we're talking about when we say Tulsa, Oklahoma. And the lack of history.
See, I'm mad you said that because I was about to say it, but now I can't say it because then they can't write it in the chat.
It's all good. It's all good. We got you.
I can't say it now because if I say it, then they low key cheating.
But
like, Voqah told me.
Voqah told me, right? But yeah, the fact that that's the case, the fact that it's not in. Think about it. Did any of you ever read about it in any of your history books?
No.
Nope.
We found that out from self-preservation.
So
maybe a History Channel documentary.
Right.
It was one of those you had to want to know.
To find out.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the history of the people
more cheese
in this country.
What the fuck? What happened, Jay? Oh,
you good?
He gone again.
I'm going again.
I mean, right now he's unloading the truck though. So
yeah, I know. That's why I say he's busy right now.
Yeah.
But this type of logic is, I think, a serious problem with the world.
Right.
You know,
the logic of the speech.
The speech, yeah.
Right.
The fact that this is a line of logic that most people
and it is most definitely.
You know, they don't want to keep the fact that, and I'm going to say this, and if anybody wants to come for me, you're more than welcome to, and we can go toe to toe. Everything in American culture, back through early European culture, came from them, quote unquote, colonizing and absorbing those who they defeated.
Oh, the colonizers.
Oh, that is so true.
Oh yeah, we know that.
We wanted to change. They wanted to change the world so much, yet they took all the things from the people who they brought in.
What's the shit called now? When white people take shit from us.
Gentrifiers?
Say it again.
Gentrification?
No, not gentrification. Cultural appropriation.
Cultural appropriation.
There you go.
They've been doing that since day one.
That is this era's colonizing.
It's been happening since day one.
That is this era's colonizing because
Think
back
of
in
this.
the day, they was legit colonizing. They was taking over. They can't do that no more. So what they do is they take from our culture and make it their own. First of all, I'm a man, but when I see what Black women go through, it's like how just explain to me how slaves cornrowed their hair to make it better applicable to deal with, picking and fucking doing they chores as slaves and shit. And when now in this day and age, you see us with cornrows and you're like, oh, you're so unprofessional. And then you see a white person whose hair is not even made for cornrows, so they shit be fucking fringy and dusty when they fucking braid they shit. And you're like, oh, that's so high fashion. Like, what? First of all, it don't even look as good as when it's done in our hair because it's a style that's based on the fact that the texture of our hair is thick as hell.
Right, they're trying to get that Bo Derek look from back in the day.
Right. So when white people do it, and not that I have anything against white people of today. Obviously, I got something against the colonizers, but not have anything. But their hair is thin, it's loose. So when you cornrow their hair, no matter how well you do it, there's always going to be loose hairs, and there's always going to be fringy. So how, when you see the bad version of what we do, you're like, oh, that's high fashion. But when you see the righteous version, you're like, oh, that's so ghetto and fucking blah, blah, whatever, condemning us for our, like, this shit is crazy, bro.
It's ridiculous.
It's
100% ridiculous.
European female fashion back in the day. The dresses that they had, they wore the baskets around their waist. For what reason?
To make it look like
they had ass.
Mm-hmm.
Where did that come from?
Because
the colonization of African women and white dudes saying they liked what they saw.
It's because we got ass, man.
Simple as that. But then they talk trash about black women because of their size, because of their stature.
It's ridiculous.
And that's something that we as black men also need to, we have not fought against as much as we should.
Facts. We gotta.
I put that on us. I 100% put that on us.
Because it's not just all. Yeah. Because they gotta lift us up too. They gotta lift us up too. You know,
if you're gonna
men
leave the
in
house,
general, not even just black men, just in general.
In general.
Yeah, we get.
But if you're gonna leave the house,
I had a phone
you got to take that first step.
That's facts, but just
can't nobody lift you up if you're not already reaching up to yourself.
That's facts.
So what did I mean?
You know, they can't help you. No woman or person can help you reach that next step if you haven't even lifted your foot yet.
That's
true.
For everybody, bro. You can't love somebody you don't love yourself, man.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
You got to self-preserve, bro. You gotta have like people be like, oh, you be bringing me down and shit. As much as Cat Williams is a fucking meme and a joke now, bro, like the man said one of the realest lines ever. He said, "How the hell can I fuck up esteem of yourself, bitch? Like it's self-esteem. It means it's how you feel about yourself. Now, can I bring you down? Yes, of course. But I can't you can't be like, I fucked up your self-esteem. No. Your self-esteem is how you feel about yourself. I can't be mad at you because I don't like me. I can say the reason I don't like me has to do with the way that you treat me or whatever, because it made me second guess how I feel about myself. But I can't be like, you're the reason. You're just
that means you already had doubts.
Exactly. You're just an addition to what was bothering me in the first place. You know, maybe you pushed me over the edge of why I don't like myself, whatever. But it had to come from self-doubt. I just wrote an essay about this, because I'm getting my master's in English to become a creative writing professor, and we was talking about it was a master class on editing versus the writing process, and they said one of the main differences between the writing process and the editing process is that while you're in the writing process, you go through the doubts of, is this good enough to be published? Is this sentence structured well? Or blah blah blah. Versus when you're editing, you've already surpassed the doubts, and now you're in that. Okay, yeah, I know this is good. Now I'm just gonna clean it up. And I said, you know what? I've never experienced those doubts of writing, because for me, it's always been a mindset. The worst thing you can do is say no to me. Yes, you might not like my writing, but somebody else might. Rod might be like, yo, you know what, Voqah, you're the fucking sickest poet I've ever heard. And Panda might be like, nigga, you trash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all matter of opinion.
True.
So if I'll get in the mindset that, like, yo, the worst thing somebody could do is tell me, no, I don't like that. There's always somebody else out there that might like that, bruh. And I'm gonna just keep improving until I find somebody that's like, yes, nigga, you're fired. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta take acknowledgement of how you feel about yourself. I'm not saying that how other people treat you don't mean shit. Yes, nobody want to be treated bad, but you gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
In that same line, like he was saying about the writing thing, I've watched myself. I've done, you know what I'm saying, open mic sets and stuff like that. And I've watched my words fly over the crowd.
Facts. All the time.
They don't understand a word of what I'm saying.
All the damn time.
And then I've seen some that I watched the words sink into their hearts.
Yep.
And there's no cheering. It's just clapping afterwards. You can see their heads, their minds going. That doesn't mean that the first crowd, it was the same piece. If I'd have said, oh, this piece is garbage, I'm never going to perform it again.
Right.
Because of their reaction, I knew.
And you would have never got the second
was
reaction.
good. Right.
Exactly. You hear a lot of comics say that too. You hear a lot of comics say that too. They'll try one set on one crowd, it'll work. Next time they use the same set, they might get a totally different reaction. So
it's
it just
all
depends
about
on
the people.
And that's how you need to look at yourself. And this is for those, I'm talking to the viewers.
Exactly.
That's how you need to look at yourself. One crowd is not going to look at you like you're anything. The next crowd is going to look at you like you're God's gift to earth.
Exactly. You're everything. But it don't matter what the crowd think if you don't think it. Because I could tell you, you're the greatest thing to ever touch the world. But if you think that you're trash, you're always going to have that mindset that you're trash, no matter how much I big you up.
Right.
You got to love yourself first. And this is a message to all the people, but mostly our community. Yes. To the blurs and to the fucking just black people in general. Love yourself, because we
all
love
minorities. You. All minorities.
All people of color, everybody.
Hispanics, Latinos, because some Hispanics don't like being called that, you know what I mean? All y'all. Spanish, Latino, Taino,
Latinx, yeah, that's
all of that. Portuguese. If you're a minority,
Samoan, anybody, Native American, the true Native Americans.
Yeah, the real ones.
The true Americans.
The native
Americans.
Americans.
Right. True Americans. Exactly.
We love y'all. You know what I mean? We just want y'all to love yourselves, and we just want y'all to get the blessings.
Continue to be happy. Continue to move forward.
You know what I mean?
Spread love is the Brooklyn way. That's the old saying. Well, we know
Big. You know what I mean? Brooklyn on the ribcage. I would show it, but I got a belly.
Always remember.
And it's on the rib, so you know me. I don't want. We ain't gonna harass the people with the belly. but just know though, like at the end of the day, when we want to entertain y'all, but we also want to give y'all uplifting. We want y'all to be able to watch us and be like, you know what? They remind me of me. You know what I mean? Or this is somebody that I can relate to. Or you know, when I finish watching this podcast, it makes me feel better about myself or about my life or what I'm going through. Or, you know, we just want to give y'all an escape. You know?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Hey, Voqah.
Yo.
You want to do us a favor?
What's up?
You want to bless us with a piece
I
before we close out?
I could definitely do that. I could definitely do that. Let me go through.
Go for it.
What I got up in here. Find something nice. You know what? I got the piece. I got the piece for this. This one is for. Let me see if it's in here. Hopefully, it's in here. A piece for our black women. We love them so much.
That is true. Without them, we wouldn't be here.
We would not. We would not be here.
We would not be here.
Big
You all came from a woman. That's what they said.
We all came from a woman. And as black men, we came from black women.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So this piece is called BBW, but it stands for Beautiful Black Woman. All right. Hershey kiss complexion glistening in the sun's rays. Beautiful black woman, unmatched is your grace. Coming from a race raised to be strong with a pain-filled heart, you sing your sweet song, full of motivational harmonies used to inspire a soul of purity and spirit to be desired. I gaze into your eyes and see the fire within, emitting the warmth given off by your skin. When you walk, the earth trembles at the mercy of your feet. Birds chirp and flowers blossom at your soothing soft speech. The delicateness of your touch sends chills throughout spines. Tenderness of your love arouses body and mind. Truly genuine, you're a diamond among glass. In answer to all prayers, what more could be asked? Relaxed feeling and healing the essence of your presence. Much more than looks, intrigued by your intelligence, incompatible self-confidence. You hold your head high in a world collapsed by hatred. You stand up and rise, spread wings and then fly through hopes and dreams, determined to do better for those who need. You'll be a mother to your children, wife to your spouse. Definition of compassion, I couldn't live without your Hershey kiss complexion, glistening in the sun's rays. Beautiful black woman, unmatched is your grace.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
No doubt, no doubt.
All right. Well, we appreciate y'all for coming through and kicking it with us today.
Yes.
Episode 2 of Absolute Pandemonium. It kind of jetted off there for a little bit today.
It did. It hit some different places.
Topics. Yeah.
Y'all can't hear me though. Y'all hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah, you're good.
I've been struggling with difficulties the whole time.
Oh wow.
Oh man.
That's our bad. It's been back and forth with your camera and stuff the whole time. So
yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Nfamous, you want to do your quick closeout?
by the time I do it,
I can't hear you, bro.
Okay, I ain't got no service.
Can't hear you.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
He cutting in and out.
Oh man, technology.
Gotta love it when it works.
Fact.
True.
Okay, try it again.
How about?
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, yeah.
Y'all can?
Yes.
Yeah.
it's like a big ass lag. But all I'm gotta say is one love, man. Always believe and strive for something greater. Don't settle for what you have now. It's always something better out there, everybody.
Oh God.
True.
Thanks.
There you go. Right.
Well, to close out everything, we've been talking about a lot today. We have our ups, we have our downs. But at the same time, life is short and we just got to live it out and just keep going. And to close things out here, been great, been fun. We laughed, we cried, we had some extra speeches. And hopefully you listen to us, you got some words, you got some recommendations, and you get some ideas. I mean, shoot, even I'm coming up with my own little ideas, but it's a lot in the background. Been working on some, speaking of writing, just I'll throw this out here. Been working on a little bit of a story myself. I haven't had really a chance to really sit down and write it, but I'll throw it out here. This is just the premise of the story. Um, it's a story about someone coming back to New York City after being away for 10 years, and was the youngest of his family. Just left at 25, coming back at 35 because one of his favorite cousins died, and trying to reconnect with his family, trying to unify his family back together again. That he's the reluctant unifier. Just a story I've been working on here or there.
It sounds like a true story, Rod, because I know your background.
So
the quote, as they say, the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Protect the innocent. So I got a question for you. If you want, I'm more than willing and able to like help you with that. The reason I say that is because I have a similar something that's been it's just on my back burner in like the Rolodex I got of story ideas. But he's a werewolf.
Oh, see, I wasn't even doing no werewolf. I had no supernatural. This is like a real like.
And he's a clan, like he's coming back to his clan that was running Brooklyn, basically.
Ooh, I kind of like that idea.
Like he's been gone. Brooklyn, but with a werewolf.
Yeah, like he's coming back. He's a human, but he's coming back at his the Don in the area, like was his family.
Ooh, that sounds like an old story idea I had about like post-apocalyptic New York, the legendary super thug.
I love it.
Yeah.
That was like when I started watching anime, like, ooh, that was an idea of mine. Like, he like New York was kind of biodomed in a lot of ways, trying to protect, and he's just trying to protect Harlem. Pretty much, that's about as far as I got with that one.
Right.
And I had another one. Yeah, I had another one based, but I think a black woman would just be better at writing it. But the story idea is just a black woman. She got replaced. She got recruited into a secret organization to do assassinations. Couldn't find out, but she got recruited, in a kind of in a devious way because her husband was running for president. But she was killed, but her husband doesn't know she was killed. The husband doesn't know she's still alive, working for the secret agency doing assassination.
This sounds like a good ass anime.
Okay, so that's the last y'all gonna hear about these from us on this until they come out.
You gotta tune in.
Y'all ain't getting no, you know what I'm saying, no extra ideas.
Yeah. But trust me, I got one really on the back burner. I'll have to post it to y'all in the group chat because some people, my certain creatives know this story. I'm not saying it on here because it's a good idea, and I've had a friend of mine that's been bugging me for years about this. If you put this out, you'd have the next Harry Potter or Twilight. She's been on my butt for 10 years.
I got one of those. I got one of those too. Yeah.
I'll post it in the group chat. I'll give you the premise of it after the show.
We'll talk later.
As soon as we're done with this, I'll give you the premise of the story. You can be like, God damn.
All right. Hey, we'll jump in the Discord after this then.
Yes, sir.
Oh, bet. I'll give you the because the people I told this story to, they were like, God damn.
Hey, I feel it.
Thanks, though.
All right, Vocab.
Yo.
Close out.
Oh, I'm closing out? All right.
Do yours.
Okay. Well, I mean, I thought my poem was the close.
Your poem was, but if you have anything else you want to say as being.
Listen, check it. Y'all have been, I don't want to boost us, you know what I mean, but y'all been blessed in the company of a bunch of talented black men, you know, and at the end of the day, what makes us different is that we actually want to see our viewers and our followers prosper in life. We hope that y'all have prosperous and productive days every day. And we really love y'all. We thank y'all for y'all support. And if y'all need anything from us, if you want to throw an idea by us, don't worry, we won't steal it because we have books of prompts. Trust
all
as
day,
writers,
day.
we're good on that. Like we don't need to steal your idea. We have plenty. So, but real shit though, like we just want y'all to keep pushing, strive to be the best you that you can be. Don't try to be nobody else because there's nobody like you. So if you want to catch more of my poetry, Panda has put it throughout the stream several times. It's solelyspoken.com. It's everything. It's not everything because I got to keep a couple things. But it's a lot. It's a lot of poetry that I've written. It's probably like a good 30, 40 poems up there. And just follow the journey. We're all here. And we're all rooting for y'all. So we hope that y'all continue to root for us. And we love y'all.
All right.
That's good. Man, that's good.
So, again, we thank everybody for showing up, showing out, leaving your comments, everything else. This is a Panda of Pandemonium. Here with we gotta get a name for ourselves because I don't know what we want to do with that. But we appreciate you joining us on Absolute Pandemonium podcast. We catch y'all. We may not do next week. It's my fiance's birthday, so we may not do next week. May take that
next
one
week.
off.
Yeah, it might be a good idea. I mean, My Hero comes out. The third movie comes out
next weekend too, right? So
we got My Hero next weekend.
My Hero movie.
I'll review it. I got my ticket 4:45 next Saturday. I'm there. Seen the dub. Right. I'm going dub on this one.
Okay. Okay. Well, y'all gonna bring the review back then for the following weekend for that.
Yeah.
I'll leave that open to y'all. But yeah, we will catch y'all in 2 weeks then. Tune in Monday though. We will still have the Motivational Monday post, so that'll still come out Monday night. The boys may jump in if they're free. We'll see. But if not, it'll just be me on there. We'll go through that. But you all have a great week. Like Vocab said, hope everything about it becomes better each and every day. I hope the day that you have is better than any day you've ever had prior to it. And I hope that happens to you every day moving forward. So be blessed. Is the Pandemonium and the rest of the Absolute Pandemonium crew signing out.